Wake up, Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break. Brought to you by Sandhills Global. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
I want to buy a couple ducks. I'm bringing 2 ducks to the office.
This is Early Break.
Good morning. Happy Wednesday to you, Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Another Bill Busch type morning. Coldish, rainy, dark.
Loves it.
This is
I'd love to see some sleet.
This is Bill's month right now.
If I can see
You're
a
not
nice
gonna
little
see sleet
Sleet
today.
in mid-August? You are crazy.
I'd love to see some sleet.
Don't want sleet right now.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
not
it couldn't-
prepared for sleet.
It's just about what you want right now, Bill, isn't
it's
it?
just so dark. And it's just happiness. Like I said, if we could just get down to about 6 hours of sunshine a day, and
It's getting, I mean, what was it? Probably 40 last night, and it was dark. 8:40.
Yeah, about 8:40. Yeah.
Yeah. And today, Bill, it is dark right now.
It is dark,
just
dark
dead
outside.
dark right now. You got to be happy.
it is. This is my time slot.
We're gonna have to. We're gonna have a
He's
talk or
verklempt.
something. Get you some.
Sounds a little depressing.
Get you
to
some
me.
counseling.
Bill likes darkness at all times. It sounds a tad depressing.
Good morning.
but
It's Wednesday.
How are you today,
It's
Sip?
Wednesday,
Yes.
and we're here. All of us. Ben.
The stool's here.
Yeah. Well, and
And plus
Ben.
Ben.
And Ben,
Ben's here in a great mood,
Yes, he is.
in a welcoming mood.
he let us know that he wears short
Yeah.
pants every day.
There was
It
a
was
moment
beautiful.
before the show, Sip walks and I said, "Hey, Sip, short pants again?" He says, "Yep." And Ben out of nowhere says, "I wear short pants every day," with this very corny smile, which got me and Sip by surprise.
It was. I don't know that it was corny. It was.
How would you describe that smile?
It was a very bright smile.
Very
He's happy to
bright,
announce he wears
proud
shorts
smile.
every day.
Ben from Columbus
Yeah, 7 Mile
Lakeview.
Ben. Yep.
called their games.
The voice of Lakeview.
What
The
I've
voice of
heard, he's
Lakeview.
really good.
Yes,
The voice of Lakeview.
He can do both. He can do everything.
But yeah,
Play-by-play, color,
he
everything.
can host a show right
He can
here.
host a show right now.
If Jake is ever gone,
Ben's up.
this could be.
You want Ben to fill in?
Well,
Uh-uh.
I mean, I want me. No,
He would probably like the opportunity.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That's over our head. That's over my pay grade.
I love bringing up uncomfortable conversations. Nick Sainer has been the person.
He has been the go-to.
Um,
But we can rotate. No,
I mean, maybe
can rotate.
Nick would say, "No, I would love it if Ben do it. I don't have to get up early."
he might say that. Really, he might.
Big swim.
Yeah.
7
Big
Mile
swim.
Ben might be in the pipes here soon.
Well, he's ready. He can do
you
it.
don't make it back on the Amtrak.
He helps me. Yeah. There we go. I'm sorry I didn't tell Bill yesterday in the show. Well, let's get to it now. I suppose it is official. I did say I was going to. Last night I sent you. I have purchased the ticket. The Amtrak ticket is purchased.
I
I
saw
will
the
be
ticket.
departing
It's an amazing
at
ticket.
12:46 a.m. Saturday morning, taking the midnight train, not to Georgia, but to
Are you
Denver.
going just there and back, or are you going to stay a night?
I'm staying the night. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
staying the night. So I'm gonna hang out in Denver with some friends, my sister, brother-in-law, and then head
Are you
back
going to a
home
Rockies
Sunday.
game?
I am.
Is there any
Okay.
concerts?
No concert that I know of.
Surprising.
You can't do a concert and a Rockies game. It's one
Be
or the
hard.
other.
It'd
For
be
one
hard.
night, you
Yeah,
can't
it'd
do both. It's not possible.
If anybody could do it, it'd be you.
If there'd be one person, yes.
Now,
This has really set me back, and you guys,
I apologize.
the best. No,
Yeah.
that's just let's push back on
I
that
know.
for a second.
Okay. You push
On the
back on
apology,
the apology.
yeah. Let's
That's
just hold
fair.
that off a little bit, like
you can't
because
push back on a
because
apology.
you snuck it. You snuck it on me. I was just happened to be in the other room. And I'm listening. And I was like, whoa, what's going on
I was
here?
amazed by it.
Yeah, he held the information.
I was
out.
upset I
He-
didn't bring it up during idle chit chat. That's my fault, and I do apologize for that.
I
But
felt
now
I
it's
was,
out there.
I felt I was the big toe of getting things organized with Olive Garden in
Well,
Des
we
Moines.
can still do Olive Garden in
Okay.
Des Moines. I mean, I want to
we
try
had
this
200
out.
breakers that wanted to go with us.
If this trip goes smoothly, which I've been researching the Amtrak. It looks like it's a pretty,
Have you been researching it?
yeah, it's a pretty, set up deal. They know what they're doing.
Okay.
They've been doing it for a long time.
Jacob?
The trains, I think, are very nice. It appears.
will you be like in the?
I am not in a sleeping cabin. I will be in the main area because it's much cheaper. I don't want to spend $320 on a sleeping cabin. So I'll be just in the main area. They assure you there's no middle seats, so you're not stuck in the middle with somebody. It's 2 and 2 on both sides.
Wow, but you could be stuck with someone for a whole trip to Denver.
Very, very possible.
Will you be able to get a cold beer on the trip?
It sounds like you can purchase food and alcohol. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I have to, like at 4 a.m, right?
Yeah.
Leave at 12:46. Get there just before 8 a.m. I think I am due to buy a beverage of some type on that train.
This is happening. This isn't a bid. This is happening.
It is happening.
There'll be live reports.
The ticket has been purchased. It is in my possession.
This is
going on the Amtrak
this weekend.
Yes, Friday night, aka Saturday morning at 12:46 a.m.
It doesn't.
Just down the street from here.
Friday night.
Yeah.
Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
Are you parking?
I'm going to park in the garage over here, so I don't have to worry about
So you're going to have the Accord and you're going to walk down. Okay.
I'm
going to walk over
all I'm bringing is a backpack. I don't need it. It's one night.
He's going to be walking through the Haymarket.
People are out drinking stuff. Jake, where are you going?
I'm going to the Amtrak.
I got to catch where's the train station?
There's a chance I get a drink with those people before I go down to the Amtrak.
Yeah. Would be a bad idea.
Why not? It's right there. It's a block away. Just have a
grit in his
mouth.
Have
a Mick Ultra before we roll in. Be great.
Wow, Jake.
So I can't wait to report back on
Is there a smoking car?
I don't know. I didn't research that much.
Find that out. There's a smoking car. Well, maybe Jake wants to have a smoke.
I did see that, although I don't have a pet, my trip would not be eligible to have a pet. It's trip 7 hours or less. You can bring a pet.
Okay.
Now, I don't,
what's yours?
I don't have a pet. Mine's 8 hours.
Oh, God, right on the cusp.
Right, right there.
So I cannot bring a pet. I wouldn't
Sugar
have
would not be good.
No.
On a trip to, that would not be good.
No deal with Bullet. He'd be horrified. No.
Yeah, he would not
Bullet would be horrified. Okay.
On YouTube, Sue says, should we organize a send-off for Jake for the Amtrak?
Wouldn't be a bad idea. Who was that?
That was Sue.
Sue,
I kind of like that idea.
Sue, where are you texting from? We might be able to put this together.
I kind of like that idea.
I kind of like this idea.
Breakers. Might even participate, although it'd be very extreme for me and Bill to be up at
It'd be
hour.
next to impossible. Next to impossible.
You could do it.
You'd have to leave sometime about 4 in the afternoon. Once it goes past 6,
could you rally yourself at 11:30?
No chance like that.
So there could be a send-off that we're not in.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm all for a send-off, but it doesn't mean I'm going to be there.
Okay, you can support the send-off.
Yeah. We'll support the send-off.
Show me some videos. Show me how it went. I'll be asleep at that point. Right. But yeah, I want to see the videos of the send-off. That's respectable.
Yeah, I'm not going to commit. I'm like Bill on this one. I'm not going to commit to the send-off unless Bill does. Then I would.
Here's the odd part is you would never not commit though. You'd be like going, yeah, we'll see. I'll check. And we know you're not coming. The number of times me and Jake are like going,
no chance.
What's the word on Sip? He said he called, said he's thinking we should be able to get here. There's a couple things going on. I go, he's not coming. He's not coming. And he knows it the whole time too. This isn't even like one of those things. Nothing happened.
This is 100%. He's
nothing's happened.
Right now.
There's no chance like Sip's not coming.
You've got me figured out pretty well. Good job.
We've done that for a long time.
Thanks.
For those asking why am I doing this, again, it's a punishment for fantasy football. Last year I finished dead last. That's why I have to take an Amtrak somewhere. It was 3 hours away or more. I'm going 8 hours away because that's right. I'm going the extra mile.
What threw me for a loop was it on the ticket. It says Jacob.
Well, I had to have it's my official name.
I never knew your name was Jacob. Today's the first day.
I didn't either. Jacob. I was like, whoa.
That's surprising to you?
I don't know. Yeah, like Bill, it threw me for a loop. I was like, Jacob.
What if you saw William Busch on something? Would that throw you for a loop too? Or Stephen M. Sipple?
Yeah, throws me more. It really is.
Okay.
Well, Jacob.
You saw
Jacob.
Are we doing idle chit chat?
We are right now. Yeah.
We're in it.
We are in it. I have something.
What do you got, Bill?
Went out yesterday to Giltner. Spoke to the teachers at Giltner.
Oh, that's why he didn't have a hat on.
And that is also that goes right up to probably the very top. There's a tier system, and they're in the top tier of where I'd like to move to. I'd like to move to Giltner.
Is it past Aurora or not?
It's a little past Aurora. Okay. Aurora is very close.
Okay.
Why? It's just an amazing town. I mean, the people there, you just sense it. It's a wow factor.
Really Giltner?
Yeah,
okay,
Giltner.
How do you get there?
Yeah, Giltner. That's easy. Whip down I-80, then take a left. That's it.
Left at?
I don't know. It's just past the Aurora exit, I believe.
I think you're right.
And so from Aurora, it's probably only about 15 miles from Aurora, I would imagine.
Take a left and you're there.
So Aurora's on the other side of the interstate. But yeah, it's nice. The Trumbull area. Heard Trumbull a lot.
Oh, Donovan Trumbull. Yeah.
Yes. There's a lot of discussions. And I spoke in the old gym, which was really cool. They had the old gym that was built in 1951. They have a new
51.
gym, 51. And it still looks remarkable. Everything they have is remarkable. Thank you, Giltner, for the exceptional day. And I look forward to hopefully purchasing some sort of property out there, at least for a vacation home.
Okay, Giltner.
Did you see
Yes.
Gilt Nerd out there for
Did
the
not.
text line? No,
Did
we didn't
not.
see
He
Gilt
didn't,
Nerd.
he didn't introduce himself.
That's
Did not.
unfortunate.
It was,
Well, he
it was,
wasn't
it was just teachers. They
Okay, it
they
wasn't
start
public.
they start school today, and they're up and going. Everybody else started yesterday, which
Okay.
I mentioned a little bit about the start date and the end date that just got us a little worked up yesterday. But thank you, Giltner.
Got you. Yeah, it did get you worked up. All right. No, yesterday I don't have anything, Jake. It was a whirlwind. It was a whirlwind.
We have one last thing for idle chit chat.
Good.
We missed you yesterday.
Are we going to get into it right now?
I
A
would
little
like
bit.
to hear
Yeah,
this.
we'll give them their segment next segment. But also, me and Bill went out to Beck.
Bill, and you and I.
Yeah, I'm good at English.
Yes.
Bill was in Giltner, of course, before this. I drove out to Giltner with Elizabeth. Went out to Beck.
Elizabeth?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Listen, she has
yeah.
a farm background. She was curious about this. She
She
wanted
has
to
a
see
farming background, and she was educating
it.
us.
She was.
I just stood there and said,
Yeah.
Elizabeth, tell us some more what's going on around here.
So you guys are together.
Yes.
We are together. Yes, we are
That was
still
odd
together.
to me, too. That's the first thing
I
I
was
said.
hearing there was problems between you
Yeah.
two. What's happening here?
But she does know ag.
Oh, a lot of
Yeah.
she knows a
Because
lot.
there's an ag Tinder app, and I thought maybe Jake should get on that. But no, he's still married. So this is good. This is awesome.
No ag Tinder app.
Yeah.
No,
App.
we're
No,
good.
Jake.
We're good.
Yeah.
He's
No,
Jacob on there.
Yeah. Jake, yeah.
official.
Hold
All
on.
tidied
Who
up,
is
too.
this guy?
Jacob.
But we did meet the legend, Sonny Beck. And
Sonny Beck.
I was sad that Sip wasn't there. He was busy with media stuff.
I was
you were
working.
you were occupied.
Yeah.
You didn't miss out intentionally. You had stuff going
Right,
on.
I was working. Thank you,
But
Jake.
we did meet the legend, and it was as good as you thought it would be. It's incredible.
It was
It's
so
incredible. It's truly incredible.
Sonny.
Sonny Beck.
I got some food with
You saw the picture, Sip.
yeah.
This
I got
is
some
amazing
food with
picture.
Trevor, and we're walking. He goes, "Sonny's over there."
with Trevor.
With Trevor, I guess you guys. There's some.
We saw Trevor. Yes.
Sonny's right over there. I walked by him. I don't even. I just kind of. I didn't even look at it. I just kind of was like, this is. It's like Elvis was in the building.
Yeah, that's what it
How
felt like.
did you handle
And
this?
so we're sitting down, and then finally we're like, well, we kind of need to try to meet him. He's like, he's over there. Sonny's over there talking to the caterers.
Yep.
Just thanking the caterers. Sonny,
Yep.
the president, the inventor of Beck's,
Of
is
Becknology.
talking to the and the food was incredible, but he did something that I thought was beyond remarkable. Sonny's telling us about his little plan. Sonny, do you mind if we get a picture with you? Oh, that'd be great. We get a picture.
On my phone.
And then he pulls out his phone. And he goes, "Is it okay if I get a picture with you guys on my phone
He
so I
did.
have it?"
He did.
He took a picture on his phone of me and Jake and
With him.
Sonny.
He dead serious. That happened.
It was one of the most remarkable PR things I've ever seen done in my life, and it wasn't even a PR stunt. It was just Sonny.
Sonny got a picture with us in his phone.
Very interesting.
Yeah, and Sonny's coming back Thursday. He's going to be up in Boone County hanging out with Pillin. He's got a
Really?
deal. Yeah, he's got
An
a,
Albion.
yeah, up
Oh,
in Albion.
okay.
Yeah, he's heading up there.
What's going on there, I wonder?
I don't know, some sort of soiree.
Soiree for
Yeah,
the importance.
the importance.
Wow.
So we met Sonny Beck.
You met Sonny, and it was a great picture. It was a great picture
And it
of you
was-
guys.
It was everything you thought it would be. It really was.
Does he have a sort of a
It's a present.
aura?
Yes.
Oh,
he
there's an
does.
aura there for sure.
Does he have
absolutely.
is he
He's got a-
charismatic?
He's got a
Everyone-
presence.
Everyone knows that he's completely running the show, but completely approachable at the same time. That is a rare
That's a good
trait.
description.
It's a rare trait.
That is
Sonny.
a very good description.
He is not standoffish. He's
No.
very welcoming. But again, like you said, he doesn't want to be the center of attention, though.
He's not
You
surrounded.
got to seek him out.
There's no handlers either. There's no handlers around him.
Nope.
There's
You
no one
gotta
walking.
seek him out.
He was
Yeah.
talking, as Bill said, to the caterer, thanking him for the wonderful food they provided. Provided 2,000. I think it had 2,000
They
people.
had
there.
over
It was
2,000.
packed.
They kicked the crap
It-
out of Iowa.
It was packed.
Oh, because they had to surpass 1,300.
Yeah, they had
So they
2,000.
got that with ease.
When there was golf
Take that.
carts.
Take that.
Take
I'm-
that, Iowa.
Yeah.
I'm pulling up, and Jake goes, "You got to park a long ways away." I parked a mile away,
That-
mile
that's-
away,
that's
and a guy in a
serious.
golf cart picked me up. A guy in a golf cart picked me up. The best part too is like the guys ask me farming questions. I go, "I really don't know what I'm doing here. I have no idea." And they gave out over 2,200 ice cream cones.
Hard life for Bill. Hey, Bill,
Yeah.
parked a mile.
Uh,
What are you doing?
I
I don't know
was.
why I'm here.
Jake goes, "Wait, you see, we have to park at." I go, "You're right.
It's a long way.
It's a long ways away."
We got there by an hour and a half before Bill and parked at least a half mile
He was
away.
discussing ag with you.
Yeah. He's looking at me like, "All right, what are you doing here? You just here for a free sandwich or what?"
And the ice cream.
No, we had, and when you get there, you don't just start walking around. You have to go.
Wait a second.
Yeah,
You have to go check in.
Get a sign in.
You
Yeah.
check
Couldn't you
in.
We
tap into your conference call wisdom on this?
I could.
Couldn't you have baked it,
Yeah.
tried to, talked about like hydrated seed?
I
know
talked
about that.
I talked about some. I did say, I go, "Oh, we do some advertising. We know the Beck family very well."
You could have invoked the conference call too. Yeah, well, I'm on a conference call with them
every
week.
Thursday.
Yes,
You could have.
could have done that, but anyway,
Just
It was
fake
fun.
it.
Shout out to Beck's and Becknology Days, and of course the legend Sonny Beck for
You guys, that
just being a
picture,
legend.
you guys did look thrilled.
We were
both of
happy.
you.
We
Yeah.
we were very happy.
We were
Me-
happy.
It was a great picture. It sort of made my afternoon.
I was sad you weren't in it, Sip, but
Oh,
I
it's
understood
fine.
you could be there. But
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm gonna have one last thing.
okay.
We're walking. Me and Jake are walking together, and
Oh,
Ben,
yes.
who's working at
Not
one
this
of
bit,
at
different
one,
bit,
at
another
one of the booths, and what did he yell out, Jake?
He yelled this out.
Hash holes! Hash holes!
He did.
Just screamed it
He
out.
yelled
Across.
that hash hole.
There's 2,000 people standing around. Some
didn't
guy just
care.
stood up and goes, "Hash hole!"
He didn't care. Ben from Omaha Traveling Salesman
Yes,
was there at a booth.
he podcasts us every day.
He does. Dead
He
serious.
just screamed
He
out
yelled hash
hash
hole.
hole as loud as he could. It was incredible.
Did
it
you
was-
look
it-
off into the
it was-
distance.
It was in the dining area too. It was right in the dining area.
And we did get one. We got one. We got one of those. We got one of those. We walked by. So there were breakers in the building.
It sounds
in
fun.
Giltner.
Yeah, it was fun.
What was
Yeah.
the fare? What was the food?
Oh, it was
Oh.
pork, brisket, baked beans. There's
Mac salad,
mac salad. There's
Jeez.
there's potato salad. There's rolls and there's cupcakes.
cupcake.
Jeez.
It was and lemonade and iced tea. Or if you want at the beginning, there's pop and popcorn too.
Good.
It was good
2,000
spread.
people. Imagine trying to feed 2,000 people.
Not
That's
easy.
a lot. That's a
They
lot.
had plenty of
Anyway.
food. JW did a great job.
What a fun time.
It was fun. That is Idle Chit Chat, sponsored by your friends at Newton's Lawn Care. Please call or text Andrew at 402-440-6297 for all your
Hey,
lawn care needs this
you guys
summer.
got me
and
jacked
fall.
up.
You should be jacked up. It was a big day for us at
Yeah, good
Technology
job,
Day.
guys. Good job.
Yesterday, Tony White and Rob Dvorak spoke
Nice.
after practice, as well as a couple players. Sip, you were there for
I
this
was there.
session. We were in Giltner. You were
Yeah.
working here in Lincoln.
I was writing.
You were
I
writing.
think we were kind of working
We
too.
were working.
you were
Yeah,
working.
different. Yeah, we were definitely
Yeah,
working.
You
you
were
guys do a
writing.
good job of networking.
Thank you.
Yeah, we were
Steve.
networking.
Did you ask any questions?
serious
Did you
about
ask
that.
any direct questions
That's- yeah,
yesterday?
Well, I'm sure I did. I did.
Well, what came out? What was your take on what was
Well,
discussed?
okay. All right. If we're gonna get into it, it
I
wasn't
have some audio, by the way, if you want to get to that.
okay. It wasn't a newsy event. Tony White not pleased with tackling in the scrimmage? Do you have sound on
I
that?
think I do.
Tony White it might just be Jake. Tony White assessing the defensive performance in the scrimmage.
I believe I have that.
He is
right
the
here.
defensive coordinator.
I think the football moniker is that the defense is always hit
Yeah.
early, right? Because of offensive timing and all that kind of stuff. But I don't think we tackled very well the very first scrimmage. You know, it was just first time. I get it, you know, but just like Coach said, you want to see the things you practice and preach every day. You want to see it show up on the grass live. Get the coaches out there, get all the cameras out there, and let them play ball. And it didn't show up like it needed to. Not with the group that we have. So. That's been something that's bugging all of us, is that making sure that we stress the tackling. We want to be a great tackling team. And then again, it's the situations, you know, just consistently having the guys think about what situation they're in and how they should react. So that way, when it gets to those close games, that, you know, we come out on top. So
This is where Bill comes in. Okay, then they had Rob Dvorak, the linebackers coach. He was asked about the tackling too. And this is again where Bill's expertise can help. He talked about how you thud for most of the time. I mean, when you're in camp, when you practice, period, most of it's thud. It's not live. So sometimes when it goes to live, the picture changes for guys. Like there's angles that they take and that they hadn't addressed much in the thud part, right? So it changes a little bit, right? Can tackling suffer when you go from thud every day, thud? Oh yeah, we're going live today. We're on.
Well, it's different. And first thing, thud's harder than tackling.
Whoa.
Thud is way harder than tackling.
Why?
Because just you're approaching your approach to the offensive ball carrier, whether it be a receiver, running back, whatever it is. When you're coming up, and obviously you want to do all of your techniques correct to get to the point where you have to get to. But when in the end, when you're not going to deliver contact that would put the offensive player on the ground, it's very difficult to do that. And because the offensive person also doesn't just allow you to thud them up. They'll make a move. They'll have something going on. So thud is really, really hard to be able to do. And so both sides have to participate in the thud aspect of it. If it's a thud drill, a running back can't turn on you and just run you over. I mean, that they should not, because okay, they're not doing that same thing to you. But thud is very, very difficult. And so the part of it is, it's like actually the tackling part, to get them on the ground live is harder. But playing wise, it's actually, it should be not so much easier, but you'd rather do that.
Okay.
You'd rather tackle than you would thud, because thud is like you have to be in such great position to be able to thud them up. And also when you go back and you evaluate, especially in the back end, as far as defensive backs, and just say, okay, you do these tackling drills. And then you look at the film and you say, how many of those exact tackles did you make? Or how many tackles were made, extended, different things you have to be able to do. And so the thud part makes you use your feet to get in position to be able to thud. And it should help. It should help eliminate bad habits. Is what it should be.
Interesting.
But it's very difficult to do.
Now, some of this too. Okay, thank you for the explanation, Bill. Jake, I think some of this might be Tony White just trying to keep his guys motivated, because he hears all the time. Those guys hear all the time how good they are. And it's, the fact is, as I say every show, they weren't great last year. They were very good or good. But he might be trying to just continue to motivate him. Not everything is perfect. All right, then what else? Is there anything else that caught your eye? He did. I get asked all the time about Stephon Thompson and Shavers, and I don't know that there's exact sound on that, because they're just kind of in the conversation. What I'd say to people is, neither of those guys. I mean, the main linebackers are John Bullock and Javin Wright. It's either Javin or Javin. I go with Javin. Those are their guys. Okay, Shavers is coming. All right, he's a true freshman, and he's really explosive. And I thought of Bill yesterday, because they have to tell him to slow down a lot. And what Bill says is, you'd rather say whoa than go. You don't have to tell Shavers to go, and he's really talented. But he's not like Dvorak, paraphrasing, said, we'll see what happens with him. There's no guarantees here that he's going to, take over the Big Ten immediately. They have their two veteran guys, two seniors, Javin Wright and John Bullock. And then Stephon Thompson is kind of the same thing. He's the transfer from Syracuse. He's on the, he's on the next tier behind those top guys. So maybe you'll see him and maybe you won't. What Dvorak said about him is, he's had to get used to the way we do things, and that's continuing. So it tells me he's not there yet. But the bottom line is, they have their two guys. They paid John to come back handsomely. They did. So
John Bullock.
Yeah. So those are the guys. And then there's Micaiah Bear. Yeah. Not
G is
Bear.
silent. The G is silent. Just Bear.
Yes.
Do you know that?
I did know that. I know him.
For spelling purposes,
Yes.
I always say Gabear.
Well, what a surprise.
Hooked
like
on
the sound.
phonics.
I don't think there's any time when you would read that as just a general fan where you wouldn't be confused.
Thank
Yeah. I don't look at that and go, it
G-B-A-Y-O-R. Looks like Gabear.
It's just Bear.
It's just
Yeah.
Bear.
makes no sense.
No.
That's like, yeah.
He's like a veteran. I got the impression that he's playing both jack and conventional linebacker. I don't know that for sure, but that's the impression I got. They move him around, but he's like a starter. They got some depth. They got some depth at linebacker. It's good. What else, Jake?
Well, Tony White talked about the secondary a little bit.
Please.
Here's the rotation of the secondary from Tony White per yesterday's press conference.
That thing is rotating every day. I think the whole secondary is rotating through there, getting a lot of guys, a lot of different spots. a lot of reps at different spots. Coach Butler's doing a really nice job of that. I mean, you got Dwight Boodle's out there, Sierra Wright's out there. I mean, Jeremiah's out there. You know, Bly's been on the side and he's working his way back well. Amari Sanders is a guy who's really standing out amongst those young guys and getting a lot of reps at corner. I mean, it's really day by day, you know, who's excelling, who's really performing at practice. And then, like I said, John is rotating guys through there so we can see guys at different areas, you know, putting a field safety at boundary, putting a corner at field safety, you know, moving those guys around so we have some flexibility.
Okay, so that question was about the opposite corner of
Tommy Hill.
Thank you. So there's an ongoing battle for that job. The guys he mentioned, Dwight Boodle, Jeremiah Charles, Sierra Wright, those are the main ones. He slipped Amari Sanders in there.
He did say Amari Sanders.
Yeah. But that's what he was addressing. Tommy Hill's going to start at corner. We don't know who's going to start the other corner. It's informative that Bly Hill is on the 120. They've moved him onto the 120 so he can be around and I suppose be ready to roll when he gets cleared. That's probably who they prefer. We'll see how he comes off the injury. So Sierra Wright's the kid they brought in from USC. There's just an ongoing battle. Jeremiah Charles hurt his shoulder, which will set him back a little bit. Those are the kind of things, Bill, that would drive me crazy if I was a player, where I got this starting corner job I could get, and I just banged up my shoulder.
The most devastating part to coaches is injury. And I think that's devastating because it's way more for the player. It's way more for the
right.
They spend it's year round. It's lifetime of getting prepared for this moment to be able to get ready to play, to do these things. And all of a sudden, like you said, you have a chance maybe to earn a spot, and then you get banged up also. But it is so crushing when you have a player that gets injured. It is just because the time that is invested to be able to play this game, and it's contact, and your body sometimes is not built for it. I mean, your knees don't bend the right way, different things. I just read where Texas lost another running back for the season.
Ooh,
they're down to just
2 now.
They're down to just 2. They've lost 2 running backs for the season. Now, they're down to just 3 on scholarship.
Sark.
That's a playoff team.
So then you keep reading. If you go through it, there's someone listed, and all we're reading about are the players on teams probably 1 through 5. That's what you're reading about the most. We're not reading about teams. What's going on in the MAC or what's going on in the Mountain West? They're losing players too.
Oh, absolutely.
Everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere. And so it's just when you do, you're in it, but you have to practice.
I know.
You don't get to do that. You know, it's one of the things that you can probably, you could probably scrimmage in basketball almost daily. Say, hey, we're going to roll the ball out for a certain amount of time. It's go time. You got 5. Let's go. It just doesn't. You can't. There's only so many train wrecks in you. But if you don't practice football, and then all of a sudden it gets real.
Yeah.
Oh man,
who's Auburn head
coach? It can look ugly.
Hugh Freeze.
Hugh
Freeze talked extensively about that the other day. That he wants to scrimmage. They have to scrimmage, but they're light at some places. He said. So the bottom line is, he says, I don't have it figured out. I've never had this figured out.
Nobody does.
Yeah.
Nobody has it figured out. Which gives you the classic line, which I've sat in for whatever it was, 30 plus years of Division I coaching of, well, we got to go get some live reps in. Don't want to get anybody hurt. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, no one does.
Don't say.
Yeah, no one does. There's always somebody in the room that says, I don't want to get anybody here. Yeah, well, I don't think anybody here raised their hand and said, my first thing is like that. Okay, if those who want someone hurt, raise your hand, first of all.
Let's get a couple guys hurt today.
Let's get a couple guys, yeah. It's like, I mean, just when someone says that in the staff room, I lose my mind.
Roll your eyes.
I can't imagine you doing that.
Yeah.
We better get at it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, before that,
get to
if you're hungry,
Yeah.
for breakfast, you seem hungry, Sipple over there.
The bird.
You might want to go to Early Bird at 19th and K. Free parking, lots of free parking at max a 10-second walk to the front door for your parking spot, which you're paying no money for. Free parking. And again, breakfast burritos, French toast, chicken fried steak, which is what, Bill?
Smothered
chicken fried
Gravy?
steak.
Chicken gravy.
That's right. They got lots of pancakes. And how about the famous hash holes?
Say it again.
Hash holes.
It's become famous.
Just like Ben yelled, not young Ben, but Ben at the Beck's yelled hash holes yesterday to me.
The traveling salesman.
And to Bill. Early
I just
bird.
love the fact that he said it's not like I'm a salesman. He goes, I'm a traveling salesman.
That's awesome.
That just
He said those words.
It painted a picture to me of just like this, just getting coffee and just on the road.
Yep.
Ben, thank you.
Briefcase.
Yeah, walking in like that. What do we got? Got some stuff here for you. Traveling salesman.
Awesome.
Remember, we used to have big things of samples.
Yep.
Oh, they show up with samples.
Yep. Oh,
6:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. every single
Good
day.
job.
Also, 3 locations in Omaha, a couple in Iowa, 19th and K in Lincoln. Early bird stop by today. Sean Callahan is next on Early
Oh, there's
Break
music on
the ticket.
Should we go longer?
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Midwest Bank on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, it's time for Final Jeopardy. It's been a tight contest today that all comes down to this final question. No summer picnic or family get-together or trip to the lake is complete without this particular item. Let's go first to Bach.
What is beer?
No, that's not it. Think about the kids. Over to you, Farley.
What is corn on the cob?
Tough to grill that on a boat. Wrong again. Grace, this time for the win.
What is Bure's cheese spread?
We have a winner! Bure's cheese spread, available in most local grocers in Nebraska.
Not many businesses can say they've made it 60 years, but Madsen's Bowling and Billiards can. With 12 bowling lanes and the biggest pool room in Nebraska, where else would you go to enjoy an afternoon or evening? There's a great daily specials like $2 Tuesdays, games of bowling, shoe rentals, draft beers, and tacos, all just $2 each. Have a delicious burger at EJ's Lounge before or after your bowling or pool session, and you'll leave satisfied. Madsen's Bowling and Billiards at 47th and Dudley.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Announcing Acres' end of summer sales event. Acres has dropped its prices on select late model John Deere tractors, combines, and corn heads. Act now and upgrade your equipment before harvest season. Trade in your old equipment today and get unbelievable discounts that could save you over $100,000. With great financing options and our A-plus support, there's no better time to buy. Visit your local Acres store or see the huge savings at acres.com. That's AKRS.com to see the best prices in the nation.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Are you ready to join a family-owned local company that values innovation, integrity, and excellence? Look no further than Lincoln Industries. They're hiring for first and third shift production roles, as well as multiple engineering and sales positions. Whether you're an engineer ready to design groundbreaking solutions or a sales professional eager to connect with clients, they've got a place for you. Come join their family. Visit www.lincolnindustries.com for more information.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-ons, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out because your membership is packed with perks. For $1 down and $24.99 a month, you'll get perks like access to any of our 2,400 clean and spacious locations. Bring a friend anytime and both work out with tons of equipment that'll give you that big fitness energy. Relax in the Black Card spa and more. Work out and perk out with the PF Black Card. Join for just $1 down and $24.99 a month.
Hurry, this deal ends soon.
See Home Club for details.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Anybody who knows me knows I was cocky out of the womb.
It's Early Break. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
"17 days away from kickoff, Nebraska UTEP here at Memorial Stadium. We're joined now by Husker Lions Sean Callahan. Sean, good morning. Compared to last week when we knew that Teddy Prohaska was out for the year with injury, do you feel any better or worse about left tackle with the potential, with Turner Corcoran there or Gunnar Gatula since we last talked last week, Sean?
Well, I mean, I think Turner Corcoran was honestly trending, to have a pretty good chance to win the job even before the Prohaska injury. I mean, that was the chatter we got actually before the injury happened. I mean, he's a 30-plus game starter in his career, obviously coming off injury, and Teddy took over once he was hurt. So the key is can Turner Corcoran, get himself to just a level of being serviceable. I'm not asking him to be an elite left tackle. I think a good left tackle, a quality left tackle, because you look at that line right now, and you got Mazuka and guys in the interior, Ben Hart on the edge, Ben Scott, and then you can figure out the other guard spot with Justin Evans and Latowski. So they've got a good group. I mean, it's just a matter of getting that left tackle spot to a point where they can play at a Big Ten level.
What are you hearing out there, Sean? You and Bill speak more than Winston Churchill used to speak. What are you hearing from the people out, the good fans out in the hinterland? Where were you last night?
I did an event at Lincoln Country Club. I mean, the thing I'll say is every event I've done this summer they've been packed, and a lot of it's the excitement, obviously, for the season. I did one for 300 plus people in Bellevue, and did one last night for 160, I think. It filled up the room at the country club, and I'm going to be in Columbus tonight for another event. There's a lot of optimism, a lot of interest. A lot of people obviously interested in the direction of the college game with what's happening with the NIL and the money. And then obviously Raiola. I mean, you can't talk enough about Dylan Raiola. People want to hear everything there is about what he brings, and he's brought a lot of hope, I think, to a lot of Nebraska fans as they get ready for this season.
Is it even necessary right now for the head coach, Matt Rule, to formally announce a starter? Is it even, at this point, is it even, a serious question, is it necessary?
It sounds like you're writing a column on the air right now. I know you so well, Stephen, at Sipple.
Yeah.
And this sounds like your Sunday column.
Maybe.
We're going to have the meeting on the air here right now. But no, you make a great point. I think right now you could just go to that whenever they release the depth chart, and he's on there. And if you wrote the story, Raiola named starter of Nebraska, I mean, it's like, well, no kidding.
Right.
I don't think anyone's going to be shocked, obviously, by that headline. It's just a matter of what Matt Rule or how he wants to do it. But yeah, I almost don't think you need to make some big formal parade. We've come to a decision on who our starting quarterback is. It will be Dylan Raiola.
I don't think
when Rule used that voice.
That was kind of my Rick Schwieger voice from the Chasing 3 videos the other day.
Yeah, it's interesting. Go ahead.
Well,
Jake.
if Harburg is number 2 right now, Sean, do you think he's number 2 for the whole season, or can somebody surpass him for that spot?
I think he's the number 2 right now. That's based on his experience. I think Gramstad though has some tools and capabilities to help this team if they had to play him. And I think Kalen long term has ability, but it'd be great to redshirt him and just let him develop and learn and get him in a game or two. But I think just getting Gramstad gives them a lot more options. Just having 4 players, 3 that have, 2, both Harburg and Gramstad have played in college games, and you've got 2 true freshmen on the roster. So it's a good mix of what they have right now in that room because there was going to be quite a drop off after your top 3, not really having a solidified 4th quarterback.
Understanding that Nebraska has an ongoing competition for the starting corner opposite Tommy Hill, is there any concerns you have at all about the defense?
The one thing I still wonder is, do they have a guy on a 4-man rush that will consistently get to quarterbacks in the Big Ten? When you're playing Ohio State, when you're playing Iowa, when you're playing Wisconsin, teams that will have good offensive lines, can you get to quarterbacks with a 4-man rush? And who is that guy that will do it? Because that's how you win in this league in a lot of respects. You've got to be able to drop 7 and get to quarterbacks with 4.
Mm-hmm.
And Nebraska has been inconsistent in that. They've been able to do it at times in the last 10 plus years, but since Randy Gregory, they haven't had that kind of guy. You even think back, Eric Martin was a great guy to get to quarterbacks. I mean, he had, I believe, close to 10 sacks in all Big Ten in 2011. They just don't have, who is it? MJ Sherman? Is it Jamori Butler? Who will get to the quarterback as a true pass rusher when they get in these 4-man rushes?
Did one of those Davis twins, did he get there a few times, 8 times, maybe one year?
He did. I think he might have got to 10 or 9.5 or right in that ballpark. I never looked at him as he was more of an interior pass rusher.
He was. You want to see someone flying off the edge like Aiden Hutchinson, don't you?
Just somebody that causes havoc where you have, Jay, I didn't even mention your guy, Sipple, James Williams, who,
I'm his agent.
He won the media room. I mean, God, that guy on the microphone yesterday was as impressive as any player we've talked to all August. I mean, for a guy that's never been on a podium in front of a room of 40, 50 reporters, he's got some it to him. And I'm really intrigued about James Williams now moving forward and what they can get out of this guy who they essentially signed off the streets last June.
Sean, also on the D-line, is a guy people are talking about across the country potentially as a potential breakout superstar, Nash Hutmacher. Could you see him being a breakout star this year, not just for Nebraska, but in college football?
I think he's going to be quicker. One of the reasons why they wanted him to wrestle was so he kind of the Tanner Farmer approach years back. They had Tanner Farmer go out for wrestling. He got quicker, more aggressive. Nash had that wrestling background. I think he had a little extra weight on him, and they wanted to see if they could get him down and then build him back up. So the wrestling, I think, has really refined his body. He's playing quicker. He'll be able to play longer. If you remember early on in Nash's career, his play counts were fairly limited just because of the conditioning level it took to play at that size. And I think this year you'll be able to see Nash push his play counts to a level we've never seen from him before. And that's what you would expect for a guy that's played as much football as he has. And there's no doubt, and you get asked, is he an all-conference? It's so hard to be an all-conference player now when you're talking about 18 teams in this conference. But I do think he will be a high-impact player at times for Nebraska this year. There's no question. And I think it's going to be very hard to run on this defense with the players they have up front.
All right, gather yourself. This leads me to my next question, that sentence. Think about this now. I heard Robin say this yesterday, and I think I agreed with him. Is those 3 guys up front, Butler, Nash, Hutmacher, and Ty Robinson? Now think about this. Is that the strength of the team?
No, I think it is. I mean, I think those are
okay.
Receiver. I think receiver could be in the conversation if they get going.
Okay.
But just based on snaps logged, accolades, leadership, that's a good group. I mean, I think those 3 players, and when you define kind of the top units, I mean, the secondary, they've got 3 or 4 good units right now on this team. I mean, I think left tackle, receiver. I think defensive line and secondary, are 3 really good groups and units, and tight end's a good group right now. I mean, they've got some good deep groups across the board. It's just, I think we're just all worried about left tackle because we know how important that position is going to be for what they want to do with Dylan Raiola.
Sean, thanks for the time. We will chat with you again next week. Good stuff today.
Hey, thanks, guys.
That's Carolina, Sean Callahan.
I just wonder where you put quarterback when it's all said and done. I mean, he mentioned 3 or 4 or 5 groups. Quarterback group's pretty good. I mean, if Raiola hits like we think, it's a pretty good group. And they got some depth. Heinrich represents depth. And he would be the number 2. There's just no way Gramstad.
Right now.
No.
Can he surpass him at all? Like how often can you surpass somebody during the season?
I don't know, Bill. That's a question for a coach, probably.
There's always it's limited.
Yeah.
Opportunities are a little bit limited. It all depends. There has to be some sort of a window where someone falters in front of you, where also something's not going well, injury, maybe not playing quite as well as they should be. Give you, we're going to give them a series. It gives them a chance to have a window to be able to get in. If someone's playing, if the starting quarterback's playing pretty well, and the other guy's playing, good behind him, they're probably going to stay right with where they're at.
Yeah.
A lot of times they said what coaches will do will be, we're going to give them a series. Hey, they're going to the third series of the game. It's going to be your series. We're going to go ahead and put you in. And it's not one of those things, hey, we're going to start alternating you. But it's just like everyone knows he's going to have a series. Then after that, we're going back to the starter. And most likely the starter is going to take the rest of the reps the way out. But sometimes you get a series in there just to have it.
I'm guessing you don't like that setup.
Whenever it comes up in a staff meeting, I'm like, well, they see something and a reason that this person needs to get some reps, with that. And also it's great to have it set up that you're going. It's not like, hey, be ready. That's way better to be going, third series is yours. Here's the plays we're going to run when you go in the game.
I get that, man. I saw Missouri one time, Jake. Maybe we'll remember this during the Pinko era. They did that. They were playing Nebraska in Columbia.
Okay.
I don't remember the exact situation, but they did that. They had a couple good opening series. And they clearly had it earmarked for the other guy to come in, and it really hurt them. It really hurt their momentum. I can't name those two quarterbacks in question because it was way back. That was Pinkel.
That was not the Brad. Was that before Brad Smith?
It might have been Brad Smith and the little white guy that ended up playing in
Chase Daniel.
Yeah. It might have been Chase Daniel coming off the bench for a series, and they had Banks, and he was pretty scary.
Brad Smith.
Banks
was at Iowa back.
Brad Smith. I think that's who it was. Is Brad Smith and little Chase?
Yeah,
Daniel.
it's always a tough situation when you do it. It always helps a little bit when they know pre. I would always tell players in the defensive back room, there's a rotation, a third series is yours, or whatever series is yours, or it's been a rotation. I always give them the caveat before that and say, just so you know, though, if the other guy has a interception, a TFL, and a PBU like that, I'm not taking him out.
Keep rolling.
I guess keep playing. I'm not going to let someone, I'm not going to. If they're playing really well, I'm not going to take them out at that time. So it may not be they're not playing well. But it's something you can just have a feel for it, like you said, and all of a sudden it's like, man. Also, you might get a look from your head coach. Also, okay, one of your best players is on the sideline right now. He's playing great. He just had a pick six, and we just set him down. Yep. And so, but you would tell them that ahead of time.
Right.
If you tell someone they got the third series, and then right before the third series, you tell them on the sideline, hey, we're not doing that. That's that
kid,
and you lose. And you lose trust with them. So you gotta be careful of how that stuff all plays out. So there's a lot to it.
There is. It's a lot to that discussion. What do you got over there?
I was just saying before we get to break, quick plug. This segment is brought to you by Beck's Hybrids. We saw Sonny Beck yesterday in the flesh in Giltner, but every day they sponsor the segment because do you need a tractor or a side-by-side to elevate your operation? How about a golf simulator? Sip, does that sound pretty good?
We saw all this equipment yesterday.
We saw it all.
You saw a golf simulator?
In Beck's. Yeah. They had,
golf
clubs too.
Yeah.
They showed you at all the points. You get some sweet swag from Beck's.
Yeah,
you can
learn that.
You go to BecksHybrids.com to learn more about the rewards program on interest-free financing. Again, remember the 3 F's: faith, family, and farming at Beck's Hybrids.
There was so much education going on out there yesterday.
You were educated.
It was just incredible. Great job by Trevor. Ran the entire setup. He did everything.
Did Trevor do it?
Trevor
was
ran
very
everything.
Involved. Very involved.
Yes. But it was, like I said, it was just remarkable the setup they had out there. And like I said, thank you for them. There was a lot of education going on. There was 2,000 farmers showed up. And me and Jake.
That's two.
Yes, that's two.
We didn't belong, but we tried. We tried.
Did you guys stick out?
We
Yeah, we
tried to
did.
fit in. It didn't go
We
well.
had name tags on.
We did.
We had name tags on.
Official
name tags.
badges.
I'm really proud of you guys. I'm not joking that you represented us.
Yeah,
We
had
got
to
outside
show
our
up.
comfort zone.
You did.
We got outside of our comfort
Yeah,
zone.
you did. I mean, it's not like I don't
Yeah.
think about it. You guys had to drive all the way out there, interrupt your days, and I
Eat some free
appreciate
ice
it.
cream.
We thought for
eat
sure
free-
you might be coming. Then we're wondering, God, I wonder if Steve will be here or not. No, he won't be here.
We're
He has
here
no,
for Sip,
he has
though.
no plans.
We
to
should have
get
brought a picture of you or
Yes.
something. Yeah, here he is.
Besides,
right there.
besides going to Manawa, coming to the show,
Manawa, but
Manawa, same thing.
not a lot.
That-
Not a lot.
Tomato.
That,
Manawa,
that wraps
Manawa.
it up for you.
Pretty much.
That wraps it up for you.
I got to work.
Yeah.
That's my
Thank
Sports.
you. Thank you to Beck. When we come back, the mailbag and song of the day next on Early Break on the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Midwest Bank on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Community means something different to everyone. But for me, it means cheering on those around you during the good times and helping them out during the tough times. I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and I've been blessed with the support of my friends, family, coaches, and community throughout my life. When looking for a bank to call home, it was easy to choose Midwest Bank. I never feel like just another customer, and they're proud to support their communities. They love what they do, and it shows. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Are you ready to join a family-owned local company that values innovation, integrity, and excellence? Look no further than Lincoln Industries. They're hiring for first and third shift production roles, as well as multiple engineering and sales positions. Whether you're an engineer ready to design groundbreaking solutions or a sales professional eager to connect with clients, they've got a place for you. Come join their family. Visit www.lincolnindustries.com for more information.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for ready mixed concrete, Husker concrete, and Beatrice concrete. Nebco offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they pay for CDL training. Apply today and start your new career with a $2,500 hiring bonus. From Nebco's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com. Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread's Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread's Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Have you been accused of a crime? Is your liberty and freedom at stake? At Liberty Law Group, we are committed to defending the liberty and pursuing justice for those accused. Going to court is stressful, overwhelming, and full of uncertainty. At Liberty Law Group, we carry that burden for you. When legal troubles are keeping you up at night, trust Liberty Law Group to fight your battles. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. That's 877-42-LIBERTY.
Bill Busch here for Hefty Seed Company, who wants you to know about their summer meeting on Wednesday, August 21st. You know how deeply I care about ag, so I'm locked into these topics for the meeting, including input costs for the 2025 growing season, weed control, fertility, seed traits, new varieties, herbicide, and crop protection pricing, and all industry news. RSVP today, heftyseed.com/store meetings, or call 402-646-2040. It's the Hefty Agronomy Meeting at Harvest Hall at Seward County Fairground on Wednesday, August 21st from 1 to 2:30 with lunch at 12:30. Free lunch. Don't miss it.
The 2024 Nebraska football season is here, and we need you to be a part of the Sea of Red Memorial Stadium this fall. A limited number of Husker football single-game tickets are on sale now and are only available while supplies last. Don't miss out on any of the action this season by getting yours before it's too late. To purchase your Husker football single-game tickets, visit huskers.com/tickets. Go Big Red.
As a proud member of the Roofing and Solar Reform Alliance, Coalition Restoration stands out by providing thorough property assessments, personalized customer service, and top-notch craftsmanship. With years of experience in the industry, Coalition Restoration has built a notable reputation for having a team filled with skilled professionals and possessing the expertise to handle any roofing project, big or small. Visit their website today for a free roof assessment at www.coalitionrestoration.com or give them a call at 402-607-8186.
Hey guys, it's your girl Jordan from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Have an anniversary coming up? I've got you covered. Celebrate your love with the timeless elegance of jewelry. This anniversary, give the gift of sapphires, emeralds, rubies, or gold. Find the perfect piece that reflects the beauty and depth of your commitment. Whether it's your first anniversary or your 50th, surprise your loved one with a gem as beautiful and rare as she is. Until next time, this is Jordan at Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Happy shopping, guys.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT, from cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation right now at appliedconnective.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You love to bash his sports takes.
Now, will you feel like an idiot if you're a big tough?
Never feel like an
If
idiot.
you're a big tough guy this morning,
But you really love to voice your displeasure for his music choices.
stumbled on an issue that I did not think would generate this much passion and discussion.
It's time for Jake's questionable song of the day on Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and The Ticket.
Once again, from 1972, your song of the day, Garden Party by Ricky Nelson and the Stone Canyon Band. 464-568-5. 1 is bad, 10 is good. Text your rating on the Sartor Heyman Jewelers song of the day.
If I make it into heaven, which I think I got a shot.
You got a shot.
Yeah. That
You're
song,
definitely in the conversation.
Yeah, I'm in the conversation. That song will be playing in my head.
That's the intro song for you?
Yeah.
That's your
It's-
walk-up song?
Yeah, I love the song. Has always freaked me out how good it is. I've never, ever even considered turning it off. I'll stop what I'm doing to listen to that song. It's a gorgeous song. It's an incredible song.
It also falls right into headset song. It's just different. Listening to it again, I've never listened to it once on the headset.
There
Wow.
you go. Like
Wow.
they worked that slide guitar in there.
That was
late.
good at the very end. Yeah.
Yeah, the song has no holes in it. It's
No flaws.
No flaws. It's I don't know. You do this thing where it's one of my all-time top 10, which I guarantee you guys are the same. Everybody's the same. Your top 10 fluctuates.
It does.
That song I think would be in my every top 10. I just don't know where it would be situated. Oh yeah. I don't know where it'd be situated, but it'd be in it. So I'm gonna give it 9, 8, 7, 4, 2, 6. Close to a 10. I can't give it a 10.
Is Bill going that high on that one?
98884.
Whoa.
I want to hug you.
Whoa.
I'm not going to.
It was remarkable.
Wow.
I knew Bill would like it. I didn't know he'd like it that much.
You guys are nearly 10s there. 9, 8 plus.
It's
Thank you, Jake. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It stops time.
It stops.
That is a good
time.
song.
It stops time.
Yeah.
You just stop and pause. It's a stop and pause song. It's just like, hang on a second. Just take a time out.
That song is smooth. It's a smooth.
It's a really
sound.
good way to put it.
Just give me a second.
Just give me a second.
If you're in a conversation, I'll get right back.
Give me
to
3
you.
minutes here.
Just give me 3 minutes. I'm going to get back to this.
It's a really good way
Also,
to
it's
put
not
it.
a song I play a lot.
No.
And it seems to always hit you at the right time. It's like it's almost like
You're
someone
nailing this.
like
by the
someone from above's like, they need to hear this. And you just like today I needed this.
Ben, right now.
Yeah.
Ben, right now. Bill is on a serious roll. That's a great way to put it. When I hear that song, it's stop what I'm doing. Sorry, I'm not gonna need. Yeah,
Give me 3 minutes.
and it probably came from above. I mean,
Yeah.
It was a sigh.
yeah.
Oh, we got to guess Ben's score over here. Is Ben going 9, 8?
This is gonna be interesting.
I don't think Ben will appreciate this at the level
Oh,
of it was. Ben, do you know where the garden party was?
I do.
Jake, do you know?
I don't think so.
God, Bill knows this song. Madison Square Garden.
Madison Square
Oh,
Garden.
okay, that makes
That's
sense.
the garden
That would
party.
make
Yes, I
sense.
went
It
to
was
a
a
garden.
rough. It was a
Went
rough.
to a garden party.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was a rough time though.
Yeah, it's rough times.
Yeah. All
Incredible.
right.
I guess like a 5.
Jake's Ben 6'2".
Okay. Okay.
7-1.
7-1.
Nailed it. Hits it.
You
Nailed it.
appreciated
it.
Thank you.
Ben, you appreciated that song.
Ben, do me a favor later on. Put your headphones in and just listen to the entire song.
Might be a 9 at that point.
Does that encourage you about
Yeah.
Ben that his age, someone his age would appreciate that
Yeah.
song?
Who do you think? Who's Mr. Hughes?
I don't know that.
What's that?
I don't know.
Pretty sure it's Howard Hughes.
I think you're right. I think you're
In
probably
his
right.
disguise.
Interesting.
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
See, now there is a really interesting story to that song that I used to know and I don't know it anymore. But Jake, if you look it up, there's a very interesting story. It involves Ricky, obviously, kind of evolving as an artist to a place where he's not comfortable with, or he's comfortable with it, but nobody else is. I think that's what it was. It's a fascinating story.
Do you want some
Thank
ratings
you.
from the people?
I'd love some.
Ratings from the people here. Song of the day.
This is gonna get
on the text
interesting.
line. We got Giltner, who you did not see yesterday in Giltner. Still gives it 9.1. Good score from Giltner.
Thank you. Giltner, looking for an Airbnb out there. If you get a chance.
Sandmaster and KC 5.7. Triple H's dad says a 5. Jennifer 7. Hubby 7.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Solid.
First time maybe ever where a hubby's score is higher than Jennifer's.
Ooh, never noticed that.
She's always a little bit higher than him, but not
I wonder
today.
if there's a shift in power there.
Bill in Bennett 5.75. Mike in Dalton 8.4. Bird Mountain says 10. Kevin in Centennial, Colorado says 5. Jake and Hickman says Snooze Fest 2.9.
Oh boy.
The Bandit awful 0 out of 10.
Oh boy, Bandit, come on.
Matt Hop says a jolly sing along 9. Ryan in California says 1.8. Who in Columbus? Bird 5.
Nice shot. That's a high for Bird. Bird appreciate it.
That's like a 10 to people for Bird. Yeah. He's never above. He's at 3 or lower a lot.
I give you guys a 9.5 for that one. That was a good one.
Joe in Boulder 7.7. Made me smile. He says.
Yeah, that's that song.
Kyle and Hooper 3.5. Scooter from Roca says sounds like my buddy Paul Phillips 7.45 on that
That'd
one.
be nice to hear Paul Phillips sing that.
I wonder how he do that one.
Oh, I bet he would
crush
it.
that one?
Down to Sandy's. I wonder if he's playing tonight, Thursday.
Could check it out.
He
Wednesday
would
night.
do that one good.
Paul, if you're playing tonight at Sandy's, let us know.
Mike in Kansas 9.2. Jimmy 8.5. Jared from Orange 7.2 on that one. Mississippi Mud Dog 6.97. And Cornbread in Oklahoma, 0.2.
But that's a good name.
Cornbread is
It's a really good name.
Cornbread in Oklahoma.
Yes.
It's pretty solid.
I like that
That's
picture.
pretty good.
Yeah,
Good
I like
name.
that picture.
Yeah, that's just there's songs that hit people different. So that doesn't
Yeah,
really bother
fine.
me.
No.
It's just always been one of those songs for me.
You just
Yeah.
nailed that one, by the way. Bill nailed the description.
The song of the day again, Garden Party by Ricky Nelson and the Stone Canyon Band from 1972.
Yeah, when I was a boy, I loved
9.8 plus for both of you guys today. So
Yeah.
doing good stuff. Thank you, Ricky Nelson.
Good job. Thank you, Jake.
You're
Yes,
welcome.
Thank you, Jake.
You're welcome.
You've been really good. Jake's been really
He went
good.
from
Except
fire.
for Firefall yesterday, gave it a 1.4.
Yeah, that was Monday was really
This
good.
is called Redemption today.
Yeah.
That was huge
Redemption.
Yes, thank you.
Redeem myself.
Yeah.
It's because Sonny Beck helped me.
Yes.
He put me in
You guys
a,
were inspired.
he put me
He
in the
was.
right
He did
mindset.
inspire me. I walked out of there a different person. I did. Well, I got an ice cream cone.
Yeah.
For a while, and then you went back to the darkness.
I guess let's be away from people.
Don't like people. All right. Well, it's time
People.
for the mailbag. Here we go on a Wednesday. The mailbag, of course, is sponsored by our friends at Applied Connective Technologies. What won't happen if you go to them, Bill?
I've been hacked.
You won't get hacked with Applied Connective. They're in all 93 counties in Nebraska. 99% retention rate. That's damn good, I would say.
I would think
damn
so.
good.
Anytime. I don't know. Yeah.
I had to cuss in that one. That's damn good.
Yes.
Applied Connective. They have everything from managed IT and cybersecurity, phone systems, physical security, infrastructure, audio, video, and more. Learn more at appliedconnective.com or call them at 866-358-0109 for a free consultation today.
Physical security. Will they take SIP out to the Elks Club in York?
They
Could
could.
they be the ones that take him out there like just to keep him
Whisk
safe?
me through.
Whisk me through.
Why wouldn't
yes.
they?
That would be a great thing to have
Physical
happen.
security.
Physical security. Cameras on everything. Know what's going on. There's people doing some goofing around out there. You want to have it monitored. God, these guys are incredible. And Sonny's heading your way, heading to Boone County.
He is.
He's heading up there.
Better
Yeah.
give him the
County.
grand
Yes.
opening, grand welcome there.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Mailbag.
okay, go.
John in Southeast Lincoln says, guys, gentlemen, a lot of different things there. With Major League Baseball teams looking to bring in more money, I've noticed that the teams have company logos on their uniforms. PGA golfers have company logos on their shirts. How long before we have college teams start doing that also on their uniforms?
Probably within a year.
Yeah, Bill sent that.
Yeah.
That screenshot of Tennessee.
I sent that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
How about that?
I
Wow.
sent
My
this-
bad.
I sent Tennessee's screenshot. Pilot.
Pilot. The truck stops are going to be part of their field, like apparently.
Yes.
Why wouldn't they just put a pilot tag on?
They
their
should at
jersey?
this point.
It'll be within a year. Everything. The gloves are off. Everything's out.
Wouldn't
there.
bother me
No, wouldn't bother me.
as long as it was
It's-
tastefully done.
Traditional is always something. The jersey, the field to me is much easier and less traditional than the jersey. That's my take. Is the
100.
but it's going to happen. You're not going to have someone come in and say, "Hey, by the way, Applied Connect will put for $10 million if we can just put our logo on your jersey." No, we're good.
No, it's sacred.
No, not when money's flying out.
No.
At 20, when you just signed a deal off to give up $22 million a year out of your own money, that's got to get recovered somehow. That has to happen.
Jake, I mean, are we going to get heat? Would you supply heat on this? I don't think the jersey is sacred anymore.
Not anymore. It used to be. It is not anymore.
I still see it
agree
as
with that.
Will
sacred,
Penn
but it's
State do it?
it'll happen.
Will Notre Dame do it?
That would be.
That'd be probably one of the hard.
That'd be big.
That'd be big for Notre Dame. I think it's going to happen. It'll happen everywhere.
Now hold on. Now we've hit on something here. So Penn State or let's say Notre Dame wouldn't do it, but Nebraska would.
No, I would say Notre Dame because like I said, I think there's something to do with just how they look at things like we will not join a conference. It's like we will not do this. They're very big into like the organization.
True. Okay, I'm gonna give you another one though.
They'd be kind of one. They'd be one of one in my mind.
One of one. Are you sure? Would Bama do it?
I think everyone's in play. I don't think anyone's sitting on. I don't know if anyone's sitting on that kind of money.
Who was the last one? The last jersey that would be like,
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame, by far.
I would think.
Well, Bill,
Stanford might be just because Stanford's got like the largest endowment of anyone in the country.
Yeah.
Stanford has they have so much money that they could be like, if we want to, we don't have to do this,
right?
Because we have an endowment that's ridiculous. And so there's some, but I think right now everything will at least be discussed. There's no chance that someone walks in the door and says, I'm down for $30 million.
Yeah.
You can put my logo on your jersey. And they're like, well, yeah,
We
no
don't need
chance.
it.
We're not doing that.
We don't need that. Yeah.
Next, Michael in Hawaii says, Aloha, it's back to school time. You enter the lunchroom with your lunch tray and see every Big Ten head football coach sitting at separate tables by themselves. Which one do you go sit next to?
What a question. That's a good question.
That's a really good
I know where
question.
Bill's going. So I'm
Are
not
you- are
going to
you
go
going
there.
to Google me, Bill?
What's
Yeah,
that?
Bill's going to Google
Are
me.
you going to
I'm going
Signetti?
to Google me 100. I would say this
Lot of
just real
energy.
quick. I spent some time with the kitchen staff at Giltner High School yesterday.
Oh, you did?
It was so much fun talking to them about the lunch program they have. And I asked them about the school pizza. I go, do you guys still do the school pizza? I go, we do it handmade. And he said the kids go wild. I would love
Handmade.
I'd love to get one of those giant pans of school pizza sometime if it's ever possible from Giltner. Get that delivered. But yes, I'm going to Google me 100.
I'm going to the big man, Billema.
That's
Yeah.
really?
Yeah,
really?
it'd be incredible.
Yeah,
It'd be
I'm
a
going
great-
to the big man.
Why so?
Yeah.
Always liked him. I've just
Yeah.
always felt I liked him. I would like him just what I know about him, what I've heard about him.
Like I said, I wouldn't say we're great friends. We're good friends. We
Easy to
communicate.
talk to.
Easy to talk to. Great guy to talk to.
Yeah, I've always
you
had
would
that
love
sense.
it. You would love him. And like I said, and when's the last time you heard a quote from Bielema? You're like going, that was idiotic.
Never.
He does.
Never.
He's pretty much in line.
Yeah.
He's very much old school. He's old school. Played at Iowa,
Pig farmer.
Kansas State, Wisconsin. I mean, he's very much old school in that fashion.
He was a pig farmer. He grew up on a pig farm in Illinois. Yeah, it'd definitely be Bielema. I'm not going to pick.
Would you
rule.
push back if I said I want to go sit with James Franklin?
Yes,
Why?
I would push
That's
back.
gonna be an interesting.
That'd be
fella.
the last one. I'd
Why?
sit
Oh,
by.
come on!
No, it'd be the last one.
The last person.
Well, I'm
don't
not
want
gonna
to talk
lie
to
you.
Brett Bielema.
I'm not going to lie to you. I'd be James Franklin. Would be last.
Dead last.
On the dead last. on the
Bielema
list.
might be last on my list, probably.
Oh,
Brett Bielema.
There's pushback.
Why
Franklin is
Why
obnoxious.
should I talk to Brett
Arrogant.
Bielema?
I don't think he's particularly interesting. I've never heard him where I'm like, oh God, I like that guy. No, I wouldn't sit by Franklin.
Well, you
Bill's
can-
got to be
you can
careful
talk
here.
to
I know
Bielema.
Bill's siding with me, but he can't say it. The
Why are you talking for me? I said nothing.
No, I would say Franklin be last.
Dead last. Like ahead of
100.
TJ Fleck. Where's he on your list?
Fleck would be a little higher than you think, just because
Really?
he's interesting to me. Just
Okay.
this
Very interesting.
The whole thing is interesting to me, and you want to sit by somebody that you would engage you, and I think he would engage you in conversation.
He would.
Yeah, Franklin strikes me as the type of guy that wouldn't have. I don't have time for this writer.
Bielema would be so good.
Yeah, be fun.
Yeah,
He'd be fun to talk to.
Okay. Well, we had
That's a great question.
different answers there. That's,
So
that's great.
really, yeah. You picked a really bad one. I'm not.
Listen,
Can I say
I
that?
don't know because Brett Bielema doesn't interest me at all. I'm not sitting at his table. You can
I
sit at
don't
his
believe
table.
you. I don't believe that you mean that.
I saw him at
You
media
would
days.
like
I
Bielema.
saw him at media days. I talked to him for a brief second.
He wasn't wearing socks.
It weirded me out. I was weirded out by the scene.
He wasn't wearing socks.
It didn't look right on Bielema. He looks fine on you, Bill. It didn't look right.
Hey,
on
I'm
Brett
sorry.
Bielema.
I wasn't talking for you. Bill might want to sit by James Franklin and you and have pizza.
Okay, last
School
question
pizza.
from Andy says, if this Amtrak trip goes well for Jake, would Bill and Sip be inclined to potentially take their own trip on an Amtrak sometime?
Nope.
What if I say it was like a life-changing experience?
Well, I've heard. I've wanted to do
Maybe
it.
by myself.
I want to do it. I really do. I want to do it. I've heard not great things.
I'll report back.
Yeah, I've heard some not great, especially if you're in like the sleeper car and how it all functions. So, but I just think it'd be great. It's just something about riding the rail. It would just be fun.
I think that'd wear off in about 20 minutes. Then the nostalgia.
You have
and
a
the-
full report.
The stops would be the one. So, do you know where the stops are
Well,
between?
it does stop in Holdridge, I know for sure.
It does.
And
There'll be other
maybe
ones.
in McCook, I would think.
There'll be some stops. There'll be some stops probably out in the middle of nowhere.
I don't know.
I
how
couldn't
many times it
imagine. Once
stops.
again, just tells you why you want to live and how much we talk about Holdridge. And again, in one of my
They have
places,
an
like,
Amtrak stop.
imagine all of a sudden like that. What are you doing? Well, I'm hopping the train quick. Where are you going? McCook.
Is it in Holdridge?
Yes, there's a stop in Holdridge
Is that
for
right?
sure. Because I thought about going there, but it gets there at 3 a.m. What am I going to do at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
for 4 hours?
Now we're gonna have a send off for you, Jake.
Send off to go to
Live band.
to Denver
Yes.
for an
What would the
8-hour
send-off
trip.
look like?
Like about 8 people.
That's fine. Eight solid. That's a good send off. You don't want that many people. It gets out of hand. That is the The mailbag.
That was a good
sponsored by
mailbag.
our
That's a
friend
great mailbag.
That was a great
Applied
mailbag.
Connective Technologies. Go to appliedconnective.com for all your IT needs, and don't get hacked.
That was one of the better questions we've ever got. The coach question. If
Yeah,
they were
that was
sitting in
Michael.
the cafeteria.
Michael in Hawaii asked that
Yeah,
question.
we know Michael.
Yeah.
I met Michael
In the
It's-
cafeteria.
It's a great question. Who would you sit by? That's a great one.
Imagine standing
we
there.
almost threw a hand.
Imagine you with your plate and sitting there looking around. Where do I go?
I see Google me over there. I see Bielema. Not going to his table. That's James Franklin. Not going over there.
Google me. What's up, Google me? You can say that to him. What's up, Google me?
Yeah, what's up? What's going on?
Yeah, that's what Ben would say.
Sup to everybody. Hey, Ryan Day. Sup. When we come back, a viral clip from Matt Rule from the Chasing 3 series. We'll get to that next, an early break on the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Midwest Bank. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation right now at appliedconnective.com.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread's Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread's Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
MWR is dedicated to building attractive, affordable steel buildings that exceed your expectations. From commercial to residential to agricultural storage, steel buildings are cost-effective, attractive, and versatile. Plus, they're a lasting investment and an ideal choice. MWR uses Sentinel Building Systems out of Albion and can service you all over the state and region. If you have interest in a steel building, post frame building, or fencing, give MWR a call today at 402-980-5273 or go to mwrbuildingandfence.com.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
The Mill Coffee and Tea, formerly with only 4 Lincoln locations, now 5 Lincoln locations. That's 25% more locations than there used to be. Can you even imagine a world where there's only 4 Lincoln Mill locations? Feels like ages ago. We were all so young then. The Mill on 11, located right alongside the 93.7 The Ticket Studios at 1040 O Street.
Announcing Acres' end of summer sales event. Acres has dropped its prices on select late model John Deere tractors, combines, and corn heads. Act now and upgrade your equipment before harvest season. Trade in your old equipment today and get unbelievable discounts that could save you over $100,000. With great financing options and our A-plus support, there's no better time to buy. Visit your local Acres store or see the huge savings at acres.com. That's AKRS.com to see the best prices in the nation.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family. And as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now through August 18th, enjoy USDA Choice Bone-In Ribeye Steak for $9.99 per pound. Fairway's Hickory Smoked Bacon for $4.99 per pound. Limited time only Green Hatch Chili Bratwurst for $4.99 per pound. And USDA Choice Beef Chuck Roast for $4.99 per pound. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
As a proud member of the Roofing and Solar Reform Alliance, Coalition Restoration stands out by providing thorough property assessments, personalized customer service, and top-notch craftsmanship. With years of experience in the industry, Coalition Restoration has built a notable reputation for having a team filled with skilled professionals and possessing the expertise to handle any roofing project, big or small. Visit their website today for a free roof assessment at www.coalitionrestoration.com or give them a call at 402-607-8186.
Wake up, Lincoln.
I overslept. Damn rooster didn't crow.
It's time for Early Break, sponsored by Midwest Bank. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I'm wrong, but I'm not.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
If I were a feral cat.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
You get one team. Mine's the Houston Oilers. I'm not the Texans and I'm not the Titans. So I'm out.
This is Early Break.
Welcome back to Hour 2 on a Wednesday. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Hour 2, as always, sponsored by our friends at Midwest Bank. Member FDIC. Location in South Lincoln at 27th and Jamie Lane, also at 70th and Pioneers. And Steve Schindler is off for the week.
On vacation.
Back next week.
Some time off right there. He has family in town, so he's off for the week. Be back on Monday.
But he's still here in studio, though.
Still here in studio.
Ben almost forgot again, but I reminded him.
Ben,
bring him in.
We told you to set the alarm, and it just didn't. Look at Ben.
He even said my alarm went off. I just didn't do anything.
Did
well, that's part of the
He
problem.
gets so in Ben's excitement during breaks to come out and talk to Sip and Jake is incredible. He gets. I mean, he comes out and he's got a lot of takes. There's a lot
very
of things,
engaging.
He's got a lot of things going through his mind. There's no dip in the toe right there. He's all in.
You want to get him excited? Ask him about Trent Williams.
Yes,
Trent Williams,
one of the best to ever play the game.
Oh yeah,
says
he,
young Ben.
He gave me a whole report on Trent Williams, the left tackle for the Niners.
That also tells you how much free time Ben has.
Ben, he's a football fan, and he says Trent Williams pulls. They pull the tackle. It's a big man coming around there.
Does he skip pull?
I don't know that one, Bill.
Ben, could you find that out? Do you know what that is, Ben?
We don't. Ben, don't worry if you don't. I don't either.
I'll teach you what that is.
Yeah, skip pull. The big man coming around there.
Yeah, I'll show it to you.
71 for the Niners.
He's a very good player.
Yes, he is.
He's very, very good.
Oklahoma.
But Trent, Ben will tell you he's the best to ever do it.
Yeah, he nailed it. He nailed it. He didn't nail the Jets question.
Now, that was So he asked the previous break. Young Ben says, "What's the king of New York? Is it the Jets or the Giants?"
No, and Bill lost it.
Yeah. From my other room doing my band workout.
Yeah, he couldn't see
the
Ben.
voice came from the band.
It's the Giants. Yes.
Giants. But I was with Ben in that. My initial reaction was, you know what? I don't know. Bad initial reaction for a 58-year-old. Of course, it's the Giants. The Jets are the stepbrother. Yeah.
Giants have won 2 Super Bowls this millennium, at least.
Yes.
2000.
Yes.
Jets have won not what
Right.
is it 60s?
69. Namath.
That's their one and only. That's it.
Namath.
That's it.
Name.
AFL.
Just say Namath.
Yeah.
Better Times, 1969.
What do you
I'm
think?
just confirming.
Yeah.
Jeez. Better times? Come on. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Guaranteed the win by the swimming pool. Every time someone guarantees a win, like whatever game it is, guarantee a win. It's like this has all been done before. I don't want to hear it.
Like,
I
I was
guarantee
Fatal here.
Yeah, yeah. Namath did it.
Thanks to Midwest Bank for sponsoring Hour 2. 464-5685. Call or text the show as always. By the way, Chris from the Baldwin Shop did call in. Ben told us during the Song of the Day and said that my last two songs were from 1972 and 1976. Nebraska was apparently preseason #1 in the polls both of those years. That's
How about that?
That's history from Chris from the Baldwin Shop.
This is history. So 72, they went to the Orange Bowl. And they didn't win a national title, but they'd come off of a national title, obviously. 76, I would guess they won 9. I mean, just going out on a limb. I think now, did they win 10 is the question. I don't know. I think they won 9 in 76. I would have to look. I mean, I was 10 years old. I wasn't covering the team at that point. But my guess is they won 9 that year.
I believe they went to Oklahoma undefeated. Maybe that was that in 75. When did they go?
Oh,
they went to
76,
they went to
maybe?
Oklahoma undefeated one year and lost.
Okay. I don't have my media guide with me, Bill. I don't have my media guide.
That's shocking.
Who are you?
Yes.
I know.
This is rare.
Who are you?
It's like your comfort zone.
Yeah.
You have your comfort book.
Yeah.
Where's your comfort media guide?
I don't have it with me.
Yeah. What's not the
I'm
same?
uncomfortable.
It's not the same.
There's just some discomfort right now.
Well, I can tell. I can tell. All right.
And you.
There was a clip that was going viral from Nebraska.
Viral.
Yes, somewhat viral on X or
Was it viral?
Twitter, as you might say. So there's a series called Chasing 3 that Nebraska's Twitter account's putting out. It's like a 40-minute video. I haven't watched much of this to be very clear with you.
45 minutes. I started to watch it last night.
I've not really watched any of this.
I fast forwarded to this point.
Okay. There was a clip, and if the practice that I went to that Nebraska was open from 1890.
Yes. Did you see this happen?
I saw that there was a little bit of a fight that occurred. There's an interception
Scuffle.
off a tip pass, and there was a fight after this, and this caused some drama, some problems at practice per Matt Rule. So I'm going to play this short clip from Matt Rule. This is from the Chasing 3 series from the Huskers Twitter account, and this goes into why Matt Rule says why Nebraska loses close games. Here's the clip from Chasing 3.
Hey, look at me real quick. If you guys want to know why we've lost a lot of close games, you just saw it, okay? We thud here, but because there's people watching, you don't want to look stupid because you're leveraging the football. We're just grabbing people and pulling them down, which means either you're not a good athlete or you're not doing what we're trained to do. Our seniors, their first drive, they go sit on the bench at a practice.
Appreciate it.
And a fight breaks out. A fight breaks out in front of the fans. So I'll make my point. But this is why we lose. Because the minute there's people here, we don't do what we do anymore. How about we have pride in the way we practice, Jamari? Do your job the right way while we're out here. Yes? Do everything right. You can't change your shot with the game on the line. You do what you do. And I'm demanding you do it right. I promise you this will be a long night. For no reason other than I'm not losing. And that was losing. Not the result. The process sucked. So go to the rest of the practice. And I expect a standard, Ty. I expect a standard from you older guys. It's time to win. It's time to win. Winning is every day. Let's get to work.
All right, there's the clip that was going viral from the Chasing 3 series from the open practice a couple Saturdays ago at Memorial Stadium.
Dressed them down.
Wonder who blends in the music in the background music.
To play it again. I didn't even notice it.
That was background
Can you
music.
play that again a little bit?
The whole clip?
Just go back the first 10 seconds.
To start right away with the music.
Okay,
Hey, look at me real quick. If you guys
Is
want
it
to
an
know why we've
oboe?
lost a lot of close games, you just saw it, okay? We thud here, but because there's people watching, you don't want to look stupid because you're leveraging the football. We're just grabbing people and pulling them
I don't know
down.
what that is. I don't know what that is.
Oh no, was that the band in the background?
No.
I think that was some music. That was background music for the thing.
That's for the show. I wonder if it was was it an oboe? Do you think that's what it was, Ben? We could find that out. Ben probably has some sort of tie. He probably knows who's doing this inside because Ben goes to the college.
I didn't notice it till you pointed it out. The headphones really help.
Yeah, there's some background music.
Yeah, I thought that was good coaching. I mean, it was really interesting to me. It was interesting. It's interesting to me to hear a coach dress down his guys, call out Jamari Butler.
Jamari, yep.
He can do that to Jamari Butler because Jamari Butler's a dude and he's a leader and he can handle that sort of thing. And he's right. And I don't mind coaches just addressing the issue, which is we lose a lot of close games. It's got to stop. Don't skirt around it, and there's no reason to. So yeah, I mean, it was a good message. It's interesting. It was interesting. I was thinking about this last night. Do the really good teams have issues with those sorts of flags, personal foul stuff, just stuff that's unnecessary? I think they do sometimes. Alabama was pretty heavily penalized.
There'll be issues. The penalties that drive you the most nuts are any form of pre-snap penalties. That's where you just like with everything you can control. Sometimes within the play, things happen. There might be something. Now a late hit where you can obviously. There's some late hits on the quarterback when they call it, where it's like, I don't know what to tell the guy. I don't know what to tell the person on that. On the sideline, certain plays, you're just like, are you kidding me? That was so obvious it was coming, where there's certain things you can teach in that area. But there's sometimes it's like, I don't know what to tell this guy that was rushing the passer, and they called him for.
That's not bad.
That's not a bad.
This was bad, and I agree with him. And I will just tell you as a Rider fan, when I see extraneous personal fouls, it does drive me crazy. It looks really bad to me. It looks really selfish, usually on the individual's part. Like if I was a coach, it would drive me up the wall if a guy did like what this guy did.
What exactly happened?
Well, I think there's just a scuffle after an interception.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And that's the kind of thing that would drive me nuts. Yeah. Okay, we got 15-yard penalty. We don't move the ball very well anyway, so now we got 15 extra yards. Well, I mean, have you looked at our offense lately, guys? We're 126 in the country. Now we got to go. You think we're going to get a first down? The chances are about 7%. Thanks. Nice job.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
We about had a problem.
We about had to go with
we went to coach mode there for a second.
All of a sudden, I didn't know if I had to come across the table. Jake hit the button.
A word about you see the problem. It does. I'm as a fan. If it's a team I like, and they do that stuff, it looks really selfish, is what it looks like to me. And I can see why he'd get upset. Nebraska's not good enough to do stuff like that. There are teams that are good enough, but even those teams, it looks bad.
No one's good enough because of that. Also, if it's like, yeah, we're really good, so it's okay to do that, then you'll never win at all. You'll have no chance. You're going to face a team that's just as good as you that doesn't do that.
It's a lack of discipline is what we're getting at. It's a lack of discipline.
Correct.
When you see a lack of discipline, it's really disappointing. It's really disappointing.
I look at our friend of the show, Lance Leipold down at Kansas, who inherited just a program as a complete mess, right? Just tons of 2-10 seasons, 1-11, 3-9. Goes 3-9 the first year, almost beats Oklahoma. Then they go to a bowl game the next year. He got the losing out of them pretty quickly.
Well, Lance, his teams, and I watched his Whitewater teams, guys, because their championship games would be on TV. His teams were really disciplined, as you'd expect. They're really disciplined and particularly well coached on offense, because I thought Lance was, he's a really good offensive coach.
Absolutely. That's a great plan.
Yeah, he has a great plan. If you watch Kansas's offense, Jake, it's elaborate. They do a lot and it's well run. You don't see a lot of flags. Discipline. Lance's teams are very disciplined. And that's part of the reason Kansas turned around. He instilled discipline, obviously, very quickly. Lance doesn't jack around.
Well, I would ask, though, and obviously Bill can help us, because when it comes to bad habits, Nebraska's been losing for several years now. How do you just change bad habits and become a winner next season?
It's a lot of the situational stuff. You put them in situations. You put them in those spots. You put them in the exact same spot of the Iowa game last year. You put them in just different situations. Okay, here we are. Here's the score. Here's where the ball's at. Here's what we're doing. Whatever it is, you just keep putting them in situations so they feel comfortable within situations. If you look back now, and I don't know this guy, like I said, I was there for the one year, but if you look back, were a lot of these when they talk about losing, it goes over a stretch of time when they talk about close games. Now, I don't recall or remember, was there like crazy penalties that caused it? Were there a bunch of where you said we lost because we became undisciplined at the end?
Or Jake,
there's a variety of different ways
things, different things that happen, but there's always different ways to happen. But what Coach Rules, said, he was spot on with it. With with the scuffle, with this, all the little things that just can't happen. The one of the things that came up that I think I heard it correctly, but I don't know if I'm right, was that it was a practice, and they got done with a rep or a set or whatever, and players went over to the bench and sat on the bench.
Yeah, he said that. Yeah,
and so I it's practice. You don't go over and ever sit on a bench in practice.
Yeah, he called them out for that.
And so so how was that structured?
Seniors. Seniors.
Yeah, so you don't know everything. Maybe they thought it was.
Well, you heard what you heard.
Yeah,
I don't know. You need much more explanation. Okay. They went and sat down.
So there's some things there that were addressed at the time that needed to be addressed. So it was a great job.
Don't sit down during practice.
No. There's times I don't know what their structure. Everybody has a different one. There's times like that where if we're in a certain segment right there and it's at this section and someone's off on the sideline and for some reason they're on a knee or something, that can happen, or whatever your structure is. But I would guess when they go out on a Tuesday and they practice it on the grass, that they don't goes over and sits on the bench.
No.
So that would be the reason that was brought up.
Yeah.
And I hate to try to guess what everything was.
You're not guessing. No, he said it. There's guys after the first drive, seniors that went and sat down. He didn't like that. It's not a good look. Shouldn't do it. There's benches there and they sat down. Not good. And then the personal foul is a personal foul. Bad look. People in the stands. It's not that the people in the stands. I think what got him was they kind of changed the way they did. The kids were changing the way they do things because there were people in the stands. They didn't want to thud. They wanted to drag the guy down because it probably looked better. No, don't change your shot during the game when when it's winning time. Don't change your shot. Bill didn't change his shot at Pender. He shot that floater
baseline. Kind of a George Gervin finger roll.
Did you put your leg up? I mean, you put your knee up, one knee up.
One knee up. Floater in the lane.
Floater.
From the elbow.
I got this, Dad.
I got this.
Style here.
Clear it out. I'm going to go to the elbow.
Trust me, Phil's going for clear out.
Give me room. Give me room. I don't want to pick.
You can't go left, though, so just play him right.
They're all stacked on one side of me.
Coach's son. Just Duke's in the stand.
Oh, yeah.
Just shaking
his
head.
Yeah. Coach's son gets to score.
Duke's just shaking
Had to change the call. My dad's livid with me. Why'd you change the call? I talked to Duke. In the huddle, he said, "Thank."
That to your dad.
In the huddle,
talk to Duke.
In the huddle, he said, "Thank you." To like that, I go, "Okay, 44 dive. Thank you." Duke
Oh my
said,
God, that's a moment.
Huddles are the best. That's what I'm telling you. That's a missing.
Imagine, Phil.
Our huddles there was some insane stuff said in the huddle. There's just funny stuff that is said within the huddle all the time.
Me and Jake wouldn't know that.
No, we would. No, so no football.
Never been in a huddle.
Oh, I was.
For the Colts.
Yeah.
For the Colts.
100%.
Probably not as much funny things said when you're
not
8.
when you're a kid.
Yeah.
It's a little different.
No.
Before we get to break, quick plug for our friends at Trados. Grain marketing can be scary to some people. It doesn't have to be scary because if you trust the people at Trados, they can help you with your grain marketing plan. And Bill, you know these guys very well. Adam Ickes is part of this Trados organization.
Coached him.
The team. And the part that stands out in talking to Beck's yesterday was you have so many variables. You have, okay, it's great. We have this unbelievable yield. But what about this part? What about this part? So all these different things that go on. And in the end, if you crush it as a farmer and you don't crush it how you sell your grain, then it means nothing.
Right.
It means it's like doing an incredible offseason and just being the best offseason team there is. And then you can't do anything on third down. That's exactly what it is.
Because you're not ready.
You're not ready for it. And
you don't have the information.
You do all that stuff. You're going like, this is great. This is incredible. And then at the end, it's going, well, yeah, God, look at the crops. Look at that. It's the best yield we've ever had. And then we sold it at a stupid rate. And then now all of a sudden didn't mean one thing. All the stuff you did means nothing. So having that piece and being part of a team and a game plan makes it all worthwhile. Meet with them. Talk to them.
You got to have someone you trust, though.
Yes.
If you're the farmer, you need someone you trust.
And you like someone like, so Ickes grew up as a farmer from Page, like that. Dad's still farming. So he's from small town Nebraska, comes to Nebraska as a walk-on, becomes a scholarship player, and has a great career here. Wins the Pittsburgh game for us with the block. Scored a touchdown against Missouri, and when Shanley blocked the punt.
Don't remember that one. Really?
Scored a touchdown.
He
yes, he did.
Recovered it?
He recovered it.
Shanley blocked.
Shanley blocked it. The next
Huge
day.
moment, Jake.
The next day in Page on Sunday afternoon, they had a potluck to celebrate it. They celebrated with a
Potluck.
potluck. They had a potluck at the
Really?
They had a potluck, so it was incredible. But anyway, my point is that not who you want to sit down and talk to, or you want to sit down and talk to some conglomerate that's from Maine that's going to fly in and tell you how to sell your product? No, how about talking to Trados?
Yep.
Think about that.
That's be the smart thing to do. GOTREDAS.com. Go tradeus.com. Check them out today. Crane marketing done better. When we come back, Bill's Thrills.
What is this?
Wild card
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Wild
That's
card
it
Wednesday.
next.
You got a headline?
That's it.
All
I
right.
might.
Well, and we'll come back. Headline on Early Break in the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation right now at appliedconnective.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and Truck Month is back. We have absolutely gigantic savings right now at Koppel. They are offering $12,500 off on select new pickups. That is not a mistake. You heard right. $12,500 off list price right now on select new pickups. Those discounted units, though, will not last long. These are all manager specials. You have to come in now, so hurry in down 144th Street or shop online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. Stock number G35609. Must trade.
Everyone should have a collection of something. For some, it's stamps or coins, expensive cars, or even watches. But for a lot of people, it's sports cards. And there's no better way to grow your collection than with the help of Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's first and only collector-first sports cards and memorabilia shop. Capital City Sports Cards connects collectors of all ages and demographics with unique collectibles sure to bring any collection to life, no matter the budget. Visit Capital City Sports Cards near 56th and Old Cheney or through their eBay storefront. Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's premier sports card and memorabilia store.
The Mill Coffee and Tea, formerly with only 4 Lincoln locations, now 5 Lincoln locations. That's 25% more locations than there used to be. Can you even imagine a world where there's only 4 Lincoln Mill locations? Feels like ages ago. We were all so young then. The Mill on 11, located right alongside the 93.7 The Ticket Studios at 1040 O Street.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
Are you a healthy non-smoker? Solarion, one of the world's leading clinical research organizations, is seeking people like you, 19 to 64 years old with excess weight, to take part in a research study. You could earn up to $22,500 for participation. This study includes 1 10-night stay, 5 2-night stays, 1 one-night stay, and 17 returns. Learn more at helpresearch.com/dub or call 8662-13-2965.
MWR is dedicated to building attractive, affordable steel buildings that exceed your expectations. From commercial to residential to agricultural storage, steel buildings are cost-effective, attractive, and versatile. Plus, they're a lasting investment and an ideal choice. MWR uses Sentinel Building Systems out of Albion and can service you all over the state and region. If you have interest in a steel building, post frame building, or fencing, give MWR a call today at 402-980-5273 or go to MWRbuildingandfence.com.
Announcing Acres' end of summer sales event. Acres has dropped its prices on select late model John Deere tractors, combines, and corn heads. Act now and upgrade your equipment before harvest season. Trade in your old equipment today and get unbelievable discounts that could save you over $100,000. With great financing options and our A+ support, there's no better time to buy. Visit your local Acres store or see the huge savings at acres.com. That's AKRS.com to see the best prices in the nation.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today: showers and thunderstorms likely. Some of those could be severe this afternoon. We'll see a high around 89. Tonight, showers and thunderstorms likely with a low around 69. And tomorrow, we'll see a chance of showers and storms in the afternoon. Otherwise, partly sunny and a high around 89. I'm meteorologist Kyle Cook for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We will get to Bill's Thrills in 1 second. Before that, though, we know tomorrow is a big day. It's conference call day for Bill with Parker and the team at First Rate Ag. By the way, a full-service ag retailer offering everything from crop protection to lawn fertilizer. Been around for 25 years plus in business. Go to firstrateag.com or call 308-995-8327. Ask for Parker or Chris. Mention The Ticket.
I think everything changed today.
Why is that?
Well, I didn't know idea you could take Amtrak out to Holder to see our guys. I'll be doing that. I'm going to take the train out to come out to meet up with First Rate Ag.
There's something we could do as a team too.
Yeah, that could be a nice team. Maybe get a little.
You would do that, huh?
Can we
go?
Would you guys be up for a live remote out there?
I would do that.
Chris would be on the smoker. It would be incredible.
Right off the train, have a smoker set up at the Amtrak station.
That would be nice.
Welcome. Hey guys,
a welcome right there.
I got a steak for you right here.
Whip a brisket at us. Right, we walk out the doors.
We eat it too,
and they would do it. They do incredible. I tell you what,
Ben, you're going.
I wouldn't mind driving some of the equipment too. I got told no. I don't
know about that.
I got a hard no out at Beck's. Any chance I can drive the buggy? No.
Nope. Don't think so.
I believe through my continuity with First Rate Ag that I'll be able to drive some equipment. And so I'd like to know that from Parker, if at all possible. But I tell you what, he's taking care of the people out there. Their fields look amazing, and that's all they can do. Parker doesn't get involved in the trade-off section of it. Parker does his job, and that's what it's up to get it done. And he's absolutely killing it for the farmers in the tri-state area.
I'm gonna say something controversial.
Yes.
Are Parker and Trevor basically the same guy?
No,
the same industry,
same industry,
same.
And
way,
they're both
way
good people.
different.
Are they
way
different people?
Yes,
Well,
different people. They're not the same person. Yes, they're way different.
They're both breakers,
Yes.
and they're
Yes.
both in the same industry. But beyond that, they're
I've
not the
met
same.
Trevor.
What's that? Yes.
Yes, you have.
Yes.
Not Parker.
You've not met Parker.
You've not met Parker.
And would he be significantly different than Trevor?
Not significantly
No.
different.
That's my sense.
But they
of
are
it.
not the same person.
They're not the
though.
same
They
person.
both
though.
wear beat up boots, probably
they-
dudes.
Yeah,
True.
You know.
they do real work. They work in dirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, dirt people.
Trevor is a dude.
Yeah.
When he comes in, it's like, okay, Trevor's.
Yeah, that's you get a little kind of, whoa, hang on. Give him
Trevor's
some space.
in. Young buck, but
yeah, give him some space.
he's in charge.
Yeah.
And Parker's like that too.
So same
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
Same
Yeah,
way.
they take
But yet,
charge.
just like Sonny, very approachable.
And Trevor's very approachable.
Very approachable too.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
So
Thank
we
you.
could take the
First Rate Ag.
we could take the Amtrak to Holdridge.
Yes,
It would
we'll be
get there
doing
about
that.
3:11 a.m. if
That's
you want to
fine.
go to Holdridge.
They'll
We could
have
crash out for a little bit.
Yeah.
Or they could have this, the steaks and brisket.
Hey,
for
wait
us
a
there
second.
still.
Wait a second. 3:11 a.m.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
perfect for us.
That's us. We get there, get
Do the
set
show,
up.
yeah.
We have something to eat. Maybe get a little fitness in. Go for a walk around Holders and do the show. Thank you. This would be perfect. What a time.
I just think that would be the perfect time.
Oh, we could do that. We're talking about
And Ben, you're going.
the Amtrak
Ben's
trip
going.
to Holdridge.
It's
Right.
a
See Ben-
four-man team.
Four-man team. Ben with short pants showing up.
Yep.
Carrying some equipment, getting
Yep.
on Amtrak. Imagine us. What are you guys doing? Going to
We're
Holdridge.
doing some radio this morning.
Hold it. You guys are getting off on the first stop?
Yep.
Yep. First stop.
We're doing radio.
Yeah, radio show at 6
Live.
from Holdridge.
Yeah.
Thank
I don't
you,
know why
First
we
Rate.
wouldn't
This
do
is going to come together.
It's
This is
gonna
gonna be
happen.
big.
I don't know why we wouldn't do
Yes.
this.
Well,
Jake.
It'll happen. By the way, yeah. Hey, next Thursday we will be at Ruhlman Steakhouse. That's news. That is news.
That went through. Jake, when you sent that text, I thought it was fake news.
And that's real. No,
I did. When you said Thursday or Friday, I'm like,
a week from tomorrow, we will be at Ruhlman's Steakhouse. We just had Phil and John in here yesterday from Ruhlman's Steakhouse. We'll be there next Thursday from 6 to 8 a.m.
Mac and cheese breakfast.
John Benton.
That's right.
Yes.
And
is
Phil
the chef
Ruhlman.
deluxe.
That's
He's
right.
the chef deluxe.
This is incredible. Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding you.
Will there be meat products potentially available at 6 a.m.?
I think they're going to have.
What do you think?
Steak for us. Maybe steak and eggs, possibly. You never know.
I tell you, what made me feel so.
They're gonna have pumpkin bread.
Yeah.
No,
you know what
no
made
pumpkin
me feel
bread.
so happy.
No
Steak.
bread.
Yeah.
I was talking to John, he's probably the finest chef in the world.
John Benton.
And I said, I go, John, you probably might, look down on me. I go, but my favorite cut is the New York strip. He goes, oh, absolutely, it's my favorite cut too. It's the combination of tenderness and flavor.
Okay.
We talked about that. He said the fillet's extremely tender, doesn't have quite the flavor that the strip does.
I'm always sirloin. I always gravitate to sirloin. So
the
maybe I'll
cheaper
try
cut,
the New York strip.
Get the fillet.
I'm the strip.
Maybe I'll try that.
Try that.
I don't think
Anyway.
I've ever tried
But
it.
that was
I always get sirloin.
When that was
reliable.
Talk about verklempt. When they started talking about the history of both of them, I was so blown away. And just the fact that it worked at Misty's, and he worked over at Misty House, and he had a landline to call back over to Misty's when they had to transfer when their table was ready.
You fell off the mic when he
I
said
was.
that.
I did.
You
I
almost fell off your chair.
That was
right
John
there.
Ruhlman.
Yes.
No, Phil Ruhlman, John Benton.
You nailed it twice, and the third time got you.
Hey, by the way, Phil is on YouTube right now.
Really?
He says, "This is Phil. We will serve you an amazing steak next week in the morning. You're
is
having
incredible.
steak in the morning."
This
Amazing.
isn't like Denny's steak and eggs either. And
No, this is the
nothing
real
wrong
deal.
with Denny's steak
yeah,
and
you
eggs.
know.
Don't
Yeah, no, I
push
got
back
you,
on that.
though.
Yes,
No,
but
Phil Ruhlman.
He's just
Phil's on.
he's on
Phil
YouTube.
invented Gallup.
He sat by Bill yesterday. He's on YouTube watching the show right now.
He's got a great deal going in it. I mean, he's got a steakhouse on the east end of Ashland.
That's right.
They had if something bad happened in Ashland, there was no health care. Phil brought health care with the steak. How about that?
I mean, what you heard yesterday was an elaborate business plan. I mean, it was elaborate.
The land they built, the
They
land
gotta
they
run through there in
bought,
a
what they
brine.
built, what they set up.
Mhm.
And then I just love the no reservations. That's not who we are. Just show up. We'll get you in.
2
We'll
days,
work it out.
2 days off, Monday and Tuesdays for his employees.
Half a
right.
day Sunday.
Yeah.
That's right. You got it.
Yes.
That's
Phil-
next Thursday. Phil Ruhlman and John Benton.
Former director of global sales for
Global
for-
sales.
That's
Think about that.
that's a big deal.
for
Global.
That's
Gallup.
significant.
Yeah.
He's done something with his life.
Gallup never becomes anything without Phil.
Nope.
Phil's the one who built it.
I'll tell you what. This is big. We're going there on Thursday,
We
a week
are.
from tomorrow.
That's right. You have some steak in the morning.
Mm.
Think on that.
We're
because
driving separate. I don't want to ride with anybody.
right now.
No, you're fine on that.
It's time, without further ado, though, for Bill's Thrills
Oh, wow.
on a Wednesday. Let's fire it up right here. We go.
Some call him the most interesting man in the world.
That is setting up the morel mushroom
Yes.
bonanza.
Oh,
yeah.
is
this
we
gonna be
need it.
bonanza?
Mushrooms grow better with thunder and lightning.
Others call him Coach. But to everyone else, he's Bill.
I want to get one of those military ab stimulators for us to wear during the show. You see, I sent you today.
It's time for Bill's Thrills on Early Break. Sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors.
Yes, as always, Bill's Thrills, sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors, the ATMs, the cash cows of Lincoln. Call them at 402-730-7387 for a free consultation for your financial future. Today is usually a Them's Fighting Words Wednesday. Today, I've been informed it's a wild card Wednesday.
Going
Bill.
wild card, kind of going, 'tis the season. 'Tis the season. It's football season. 'Tis
We like that season.
the season.
Tis the season.
Weather, historical. Where's the dominance been in football? Where's it been? What conference?
Southeast.
Southeast
The
Conference.
Southeast.
Florida State dabbles. Clemson.
Georgia.
Alabama. Auburn. Just it's been south. That has been where it's at.
What national title is South.
Okay.
Ohio State, not that was
12-year,
one
10
aberration.
years.
One
That's-
aberration.
10 years ago.
Yeah,
That's it.
Michigan,
Oh, Michigan.
last year, of course.
Oh,
So,
God, yeah,
north.
well,
And just so you know, Michigan is north. I don't really consider Ohio truly north. That's right in the middle, right there. I flew out of Madison, Wisconsin, spring recruiting one time, and there was snow on the ground, and I landed in Columbus, Ohio, and people were mowing their yards. So there's a difference between the two.
All right.
But it's just incredible how it's like
It is.
It's like the weather. Well, here's what's incredible to me. Just looking things up. In the FCS, where there's teams everywhere, there are teams everywhere. Where is it dominated?
North.
Way north. Listen
Ooh.
to the top 7
Oh,
teams.
Jake, listen to this.
I'm
The
listening.
top 7 teams. Number 1 team, South Dakota State. South Dakota State. They've won 29 games in a row. There are FCS teams all over Texas, all over the South, everywhere. South Dakota State. North Dakota State. Someone says, oh, they play in a dome. I don't care. You live in Fargo.
Yeah, no.
You know what it is?
Point taken.
Hop on the interstate. You're almost in Canada.
Yep.
You can be there in about 30 minutes.
Well, Fargo's Fargo, baby. I mean, it's cold in Bay.
Team 3, Montana. Montana. Outside. Freezing cold. Brutal cold.
Brutal.
You think that's cold? Try going to Montana State. Go to Bozeman. They're 4th.
Wow.
Go to the 5th team. You know what it is? South Dakota.
This is beautiful.
Now, and also,
They
how
play
many,
in a dome.
how many times you say, you know what we got to do to build our team? Just get the best players in South Dakota, North Dakota, Montana.
I've never thought of this
Yeah,
until
that-
right now.
At that. Number 6, Villanova in Philadelphia.
Cold.
Once again, cold, miserable weather. Number 7.
Miserable city.
Number 7, Idaho.
Wow.
Cold.
The Vandals.
Miserable. Vandals. They do play in the Kibbie Dome.
This
It's
is
really
amazing, Bill.
Cool. I'm just looking at
Top
this and
what?
going, but that's the top 7 teams.
Wow. Cold.
You would
can
think
do it.
You think it'd be dominated by everyone? No. And it's also it's not. It's weather and also recruiting based. It's not like, well, there's just so many players in Montana that's the reason
What's
why
the
they're
deal?
so good.
What's the deal?
It's just it's one of the most fascinating stories that there is.
Why isn't the FCS dominated by the South?
Don't know. And North Dakota State's been dominated for how long? Forever. I mean, they've been like dominant forever.
I mean, since Bull took over a long time ago. I mean, it was in when was that? The early
But it's
2000s?
just, I mean, Montana was known forever, once again, to be in that league. And the Big Sky, really good league. But most of it's all cold weather teams. And so it just startled me when I was looking at that.
You had
This
the
is called
occasional
Wild Card
you had the
Wednesday.
runs of the past, like from Jacksonville State. Now in FBS, you had Valdosta State's had some success in FCS, but it has typically been the northern schools.
The
Domination.
top 7 are all way north.
It just flies in the face of that. Well, I mean, you know, it's hard to recruit. The South is
It's
where
just-
it's at.
You can't do anything up north. Yeah, you can.
Oh, yeah, you can.
Yeah, you
The
can.
top 7 teams in the FCS.
And you can't say, well, it's just the dome. Well, forever Minnesota
no,
played in the dome. That didn't go anywhere.
No, don't go.
Yeah.
That's not. This is fascinating. You've done it again.
I was blown away by it. Just want to bring
You've
it up.
done it again.
Talking college football. One of my favorite stories, a friend of mine was at Ohio State. He was telling me how he was coaching. At the time, it was Division II, and they flew to play at North Dakota State. And this was North Dakota State had the dome. They're playing outside. They landed. They said you couldn't even see. It's just a whiteout. He said they saw a buffalo and they landed. And their team's just like from wherever they were. It was from warm weather, and their team was just like terrified. He said during the game, in the second quarter of the game, they announced that the time of North Dakota State's next playoff game at home next week. During the second quarter of the game, he says he's standing there, and they announced. And by the way, two TBA on the opponent, but the game will be at 1:30 here next Saturday, and it's only 8 minutes into the second quarter. He said, he said the coaches looked at each other like, well, we better pick it up.
So beautiful.
Oh,
that's so beautiful. Wow.
Wow.
That's a wow. I just wonder what the deal is.
I mean, here's the thing too. South Dakota State, we stopped by, I'm drawing a blank in the town that they're in.
Brookings.
And we stopped by Brookings on the way up on our fishing trip. And the town is amazing. But I'm just telling you,
Did you stop by there?
when
We
you,
got a
when you
picture
roll
from
into
that
South Dakota State and someone says, this is where we build a football dynasty right here.
That's not what I think.
No, I don't know. I don't think they've changed the dome at all in South Dakota. They're 5th.
Nope.
They're fit in the same state. They're about 2 hours apart from each other.
If that.
And if they haven't changed the dome, both teams are on the same sideline. They can only get to the 50-yard. You know that? You can only go to the 50-yard. So the two head coaches, so if you're the offensive coordinator and the defensive coordinator, you're standing right next to each other on the other team. Like you can touch it. Hey, what do you call it?
Don't touch me.
Yeah. Don't touch me.
Don't touch me.
Yeah.
Hands off me.
This is it's incredible.
That is incredible.
Imagine all of a sudden, Idaho. You ever been to Moscow?
Now, I will tell you this. I went to Brookings when Nebraska played them during the Pelini era. We used to do crazy stuff. I went to their spring game. Now, this was before they.
It's a cool town.
Sort of. They.
Oh no, I think it's more than sort of.
They have since redone their stadium. But when I went there, when Nebraska played them, I had a new truck and I pulled it, and there's like a dirt road to get to the stadium, and then you parked in a gravel dirt parking lot. I had a new truck. I was like, this it dirtied up my new truck. And I thought, man, I am not in Division I right now. I mean, I had to take a dirt, muddy road. It was a rainy day. The press box was leaking, so I didn't even sit in it. And I just thought, I'm a world away from Nebraska right
Spring game too.
And they were pretty good, by the way.
Probably about 45 degrees.
It's cold.
Cold.
They were pretty good, though. And I remember I was interviewed their center, and I interviewed a left guard, and I'm like, oh, these are dudes. These are tough dudes. And they gave Nebraska a game.
They always push Nebraska.
It's not like, it's up north, but it's highly populated. No, it's not.
Where do they get those linemen?
And the very best players in those states, they're going where's Nash at?
He's at Nebraska.
Dakotas. Yeah. So when they get those type of players, they don't stay. They go play other places.
So you got to go get somebody else.
But it's like I said, it just blew me away. It just absolutely blew me away of how it's like everything's like, nah, South, that's it. That's all there is to it. Occasionally you'll get one of those weird things that happens once every 10, 15 years where somebody up north makes a play for it. But even if they made a play for it, it's dominated by the South.
It's probably when we say, okay, so the division above them, Division I is dominated by the South. It's probably just mostly a nod to those teams, Alabama, Georgia. They're just so good. It's not that you can't do it elsewhere. It's just that they're so good. And like Bo always used to say, it is true that the D linemen are in that area, the best ones.
Yeah, it's better. I mean, when you take
the best one,
as soon as you're at, let's take Nebraska. You can just take Nebraska and say, hey, where are you guys going to head recruiting? Where do they go? They go south.
They go south.
They go into Texas. They go into whatever. They go south. That's the areas you're looking at.
Right.
You're going to Georgia. Yeah, that's sort of the places you go. So anyway,
fascinating.
I thought it was fascinating.
Thank you, Bill. That's a wonderful.
No, that is really interesting.
That's a wonderful edition of Bill's Thrills, sponsored by Dirk Scott and Ty at Mid Plains Advisors. Let's play the game show.
The game
Give us a call
will be
right
at
now.
1:30 next Saturday.
Love that so much.
In the middle of the second quarter.
Middle of the second quarter. The guy's face when he's telling me the story.
Low key funny. It's unbelievable. Are they announcing in the game?
And it was the public. It was the PA announcer. It wasn't the radio. It was the public PA announcer.
He just announced that
the
game's not over.
They're down 28-0 this second.
That's kind of over, but let's play the game show. Give us a call right now, 464-5685. Your topic is 2024 NFL wide receivers. Did running backs the other day? What teams are these receivers playing for this year? Not 1975, not
anything in the 78,
but 2024.
I can
NFL
name all the receivers for the Houston Oilers in 78.
Let's see how you do in 2024. 464-5685. Shut Up, Sipple starts right now.
We've all been there. You're listening to the radio, and then that rage starts to grow inside of you. It starts to consume you. It gets to a point where you just want to yell, "Shut up, Sipple!" No, sorry. I'm sorry. Well, here's your chance. It's time to shut up, Sipple. Call now to play. 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
I know we're a little late. Need a call, though. 402-464-5685. People have dropped their kids off at school. They're probably at work. If you're not at work and you can call, please do. 464-5685. NFL receivers.
They're probably home from dropping the kids off at school. They're probably back in bed.
One of 32 NFL teams.
They're eating dinner.
It's dinner time, yeah.
We had breakfast 3 hours ago.
They're an early bird right now, maybe. Having some brunch.
The bird.
Yeah, what are they having?
Brunch. They're having hash hole.
We did it. Good job.
Early bird. Yeah,
good
having
traveling salesman.
Okay, we've got James for the first time in a long time. James, how do you feel about NFL wide receivers today?
Oh, all right, I guess.
Okay,
right.
James.
Well, Bill is a lifeline for one question. As always, James. James, first question goes to you.
Don Beebe, he was a wide receiver, wasn't he?
Yeah, Don Beebe, good one.
There we go.
Shadron.
All right, James, what team does wide receiver Stephon Diggs play for?
New team.
Oh, Buffalo?
Well, he was there.
He was there.
Kind of a trick question.
It is a trick question. He moved on to somewhere. And Bill, I can't tell you that I know
pretty sure
where.
I know it.
We
I
can
would
solve-
pass probably, but I think it's this.
Should we pass?
If you take Bill and you miss it, you'll get him out and you negative
let's not
one.
do it. Let's just skip it.
What was the guess,
Pass.
Bill?
Texans?
It was the Texans.
Ah.
But you passed. You passed.
Had it written down right there.
Sip for the lead. Your first question.
But then I had it.
It's encouraging that you knew that.
Thank you, Steve.
Yeah.
He's locked in. Sip, first question. What team does wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins play for?
Hopkins is playing, huh?
He's still in the league.
He's an older gentleman at this point. Hopkins?
He's in his double-digit years in the league, yeah.
Do you know this, Bill? I need you here.
Drawing a blank on it.
Hopkins, I'm going to say the Patriots.
Not the Patriots. Do you want that, James, or not?
No, thank you.
He'd be with the Tennessee Titans.
Okay.
Titans for
I
Hopkins.
think Gundy had a chance on that one. That wouldn't have been good.
AFC.
Back to you, James, for the lead. 0-0 tie.
At least I got the AFC.
What team, James, does wide receiver Drake London play for?
Never heard of him.
Never heard of him. Didn't know he played.
It's a good start.
Could be a made-up name for all I know.
It's a real name on a real team.
Did he play in college?
He did.
You
How
sure?
about the Rams?
Rams. No.
I like the guess. We can win it here.
I think we're going to pass.
You're going to pass?
Yes.
He beat the Atlanta Falcons, played at USC for his college ball.
I
Are
just
you
never
sure
heard
he
of him.
played?
Swim looks a little rough today. Swim, are you okay?
For the win, Sip. Bill's
Yes.
in play.
All right, Bill, come on
What
now.
team does receiver Michael Pittman Jr. play for? These are all seen as top 20 receivers, by the
Great.
way, in the league.
Thanks.
Top 20.
I'm going to go Steelers.
Okay. You in Pittsburgh?
It's all right.
James, do you want this? You want to go the tiebreaker?
Thought he did. Still think he does.
Tiebreaker, okay. The answer was the Colts. Indianapolis Colts for Michael Pittman Jr. This will go to James. You guys will go over under James's number. James, DeAndre Hopkins is entering his 12th season in the NFL. How many regular season touchdowns does he have in his 11 seasons?
11
as a pro?
seasons.
11 seasons.
How many regular season touchdown catches does he have? James, this is for you. Okay, 60. Over, under,
Oh, it's
60.
a good number. It's a good number. I'm going to go
Over,
higher.
Over. Yeah, we're going to win this
We're going to
game.
go over.
What are we right now?
3 and 5.
3 and 5.
Oh, God, we need this, and we're going to get it. Yeah. Brilliant.
What would you have guessed? Just
67.
Let's get 77.
Oh, 78.
Good job.
He has not had a double-digit TD season since 2018 in the NFL, but 78 touchdowns.
How old is he?
He's in his 12th year, so he's 34.
Wow.
Congrats, James. We'll get you a bagel and coffee. You lost, but thanks for calling in, though.
Thank you.
There we go.
Before I go, I got a tip for Sipple.
Okay. A tip?
I know back in the day he liked his Yingling beer. I don't know if he still does or not.
I do.
But you can buy that in Missouri now.
Oh, thank you, James.
Thank you, James.
Mound City. We'll make a trip.
James.
do that. Thanks,
James. Thanks for the tip.
Very
sir.
kind.
Appreciate
Thanks,
that.
James. Appreciate that.
Everyone's just helping all the time.
We're trying. Yeah, people are good. Good
Just
people.
full of helpers.
Good breakers.
We're going to get that. We've made an announcement today, guys. We're going to Holdridge for a live remote via Amtrak.
We'll arrive at 3:15 in the morning.
In the morning.
Perfect.
Do some exercise.
Calisthenics.
Calisthenics.
Some fitness.
Go for a walk.
And then we'll have some food from
Around
Skull and
Holdridge.
Smoking.
I just saw Sipple walk by at 3:45 in the morning. What's he doing?
And Sipple, Jake. What are they doing?
What are they doing?
And Ben.
We'll
There's
do
Ben.
lunges.
And they
We'll
got
do
some little
lunges.
guy trailing them.
The Spillover's next on early break for the ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Midwest Bank. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You can help fight deadly diseases like RSV and influenza while getting paid for your time. Velocity Clinical Research is now seeking clinical trial participants in your area. Participants can receive compensation for study-related time. No health insurance is needed to join. Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. That's velocitytrials.com.
Are you ready to join a family-owned local company that values innovation, integrity, and excellence? Look no further than Lincoln Industries. They're hiring for first and third shift production roles, as well as multiple engineering and sales positions. Whether you're an engineer ready to design groundbreaking solutions or a sales professional eager to connect with clients, they've got a place for you. Come join their family. Visit www.lincolnindustries.com for more information.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family. And as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now through August 18th, enjoy USDA Choice Bone-In Ribeye Steak for $9.99 per pound. Fairway's Hickory Smoked Bacon for $4.99 per pound. Limited time only Green Hatch Chili Bratwurst for $4.99 per pound. And USDA Choice Beef Chuck Roast for $4.99 per pound. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
If your car has sent you to the sidelines, Eustace Body Shop can help. With gold-class certified technicians, OEM parts, and free loaner cars, Eustace Body Shop is your best choice this Husker season. And with 6 locations across central and eastern Nebraska, we've got you covered, whether you're rooting at home or you're headed to Memorial Stadium. Get a free online quote at EustaceBodyShop.com, and let's get you back in the game.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Bagels & Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in August. Try their chocolate chip banana bread muffins for a great summer breakfast, or enjoy a bagel with pesto cream cheese. Don't forget the Joe Card membership. Unlimited drip coffee for just $8.95 per person per month. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels & Joe.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation right now at appliedconnective.com.
The Mill Coffee and Tea, formerly with only 4 Lincoln locations, now 5 Lincoln locations. That's 25% more locations than there used to be. Can you even imagine a world where there's only 4 Lincoln Mill locations? Feels like ages ago. We were all so young then. The Mill on 11, located right alongside the 93.7 The Ticket Studios at 1040 O Street.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break with Sip and Jay, brought to you by Gaina Trucking. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It is time for the Spillover with just myself and Sip, sponsored by Computer Hardware. Go see Tripp and the team at Computer Hardware, 70th Mill, for all your Apple product needs. Also in Kearney, Hastings, and GI. By the way, regarding Tripp, I saw Tripp at a very random place last week. He goes to the same daycare that I go to.
Is that
That's
right?
right, yeah.
On the south
Scotland
side.
goes to daycare, and Tripp, I had no idea he went to that daycare. His kids
And
did.
there he
So,
was.
Saw Tripp at daycare.
Tripp's got several kids.
He's got 3. I think ages 6, 4, and 3, you want to say. So
Nice
it's a
job.
handful there.
Good memory.
For Tripp.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yes.
Where is everybody?
I don't know. AD is probably speaking somewhere. Raph is in Alabama. I know that for sure. And you and I are here.
They will be having a show.
They will have the show. Swim is in the building, so they will have the show.
Swim will orchestrate.
Yep, he will orchestrate, run that show.
Okay.
Be good.
All right. So we have a show upcoming. We are doing the Spillover.
I regret I regret I didn't mention this when Bill was here.
What's that?
That Jim Harbaugh
Mm-hmm.
apparently turned down the offer to be the honorary captain for that first game.
There's no apparently about it. Sharon Moore announced yesterday that Jim will not be the honorary captain for the season opener against Fresno State at the big stadium in Ann Arbor, because now Sharon Moore said it's because that Jim wants to lock in hard on his duties in San Diego.
Or LA.
Oh,
formerly did. It should be.
God,
it should be the San Diego Chargers, but they opted to move years ago to LA, which is sad to all of us.
You're being very kind to me right now. But Jim opted to stay with his team. But don't you wonder if someone said, "This is not a good look"?
Probably should pull the plug on that one.
Yeah, you are banned from the sport. Okay.
Let's celebrate him though. Hey, national champion coach. We don't care about the aftermath.
I would love
You're
to
our
hear.
guy still.
I would love, and I mean this. I know I'm not being facetious at all. I'd love to hear from Michigan fan. If it's not today, then tomorrow or the next day. Just to take me on this. Tell me why it's okay that they were going to honor Jim Harbaugh. Tell me why it's okay when he is serving a ban for NCAA violations, serious NCAA violations, and he lied to investigators.
The person who informed us of this was the AD himself. Ward Manuels went on a podcast saying, we look forward to having Jim Harbaugh back as the honorary captain.
It smacks of arrogance.
And they don't care if we won the championship, sue us, which...
Right. Now, I get it. Now, from that standpoint, I mean, I sort of understand it. If you would probably feel a little bulletproof, you'd be whipped up in excitement. We would be too if Nebraska were doing it, and we might have the similar posture, right? But there's reason has to prevail in a conversation like this. And I just don't think it would have been a great look. I just wonder, don't you wonder if someone got to Michigan and said, or if someone maybe in the upper level administration, be it the president, chancellor, and said, no, let's not do this. This isn't probably a good idea.
It may have happened, but not until Ward Manuel already had said that out loud and it was known. So before we go, we got to mention this too. I didn't mention this during the show that congrats to Will Bolt, Nebraska baseball coach, gets an extension in 2029. $500,000 per year is the number. It's second highest salary in the Big Ten and a top 20 salary in the country.
Went 16-8 in the Big Ten. Made it to the NCAAs again. Lost to Florida. Gives a good season. And you know what goes on in this, and the reason why we're not making a bigger deal of it is these coaches have to be paid 4 years out for recruiting purposes. I mean, that's what it comes down to. Yeah, it's almost
have stability here.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, it's just standard fare.
Yes,
so that's why
congrats to Will though. He gets the extension.
Will's a great man.
And before we go, we like to give things away once in a while here on the show. We give away bagels every single day.
Are we doing this?
But I've got 6 tickets to Eagle Raceway.
No, you don't.
I do.
Seriously?
You got to choose which race you want to go to. It's not a specific race. You got to choose the race here.
Go to Eagle.
How about caller? Since it's 6 tickets, how about caller 6?
Okay.
Caller 6 right now at 402-464-5685 will win 6 tickets to Eagle Raceway.
Great one. Great giveaway.
Great. America's home track is their slogan out there in Eagle. So check out caller 6 right now. 402-464-5685 will win those tickets courtesy of us today.
All right. Well, that was a fun show, Jay.
Yes, that's it for us. The Drive with Raf, AD, and Amon. Green is next for Steve Sipple and Bill Busch. I am Jake Sorensen. We will see you tomorrow.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global.